We are.
We're live. Uh-oh. Are you frozen? Oh, boy, you're acting up
I don't
already?
think so, am I?
Blink for me.
All right.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Hi, guys. How you doing? Hi, Gutter. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
It does
Do we have
seem a
delayed
little
time
weird
going?
doing it. It seems a little weird doing it with no music. Ooh, did you hear? That's what she
Ooh.
said. Ah,
I was just thinking the same thing.
sorry.
Yeah, no
I
music
didn't mean it
tonight.
that way, but I was going to stop myself and then I went, fuck it. Just go with it.
Yeah, just roll. Just roll. Let it go.
Let it all go.
Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the Yank and Gutter Pub. It is Tuesday night. And guess what, guys? We've officially surpassed our 1-year anniversary. We started this show on January 23rd, 2022. And today is January 31st, 2023. So welcome. Those of you that have hung out here with us, some diehards from the beginning. We love you guys. We're glad you came. We've said many times that this show is nothing without you, and you keep proving it year after year now. So we're going for a record. We're going to keep this shit going until the wheels fall off.
That's right.
Let's just say the quick thing. Kia Peace, she won her booby prize tonight because she was the first person to comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it Kaya or Kia? How would you pronounce that? Kiah.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce that?
That's how come I just called her Tracy.
Exactly. Right. I know.
I know how to pronounce that
one. Right. Big shout out to Wasp. Hi, Wasp. I know you're not on the show tonight. You can't hang out. I understand. But for those that don't know, and I didn't for some reason, it must have slipped past me that she's battling with the C. And I guess that's the C-19. So we wish her all well. Let's give a little thought out and some positive vibes to help Wasp bitch out. Hi, flat-chested female. Good to see you. You don't mind that I'm running through these, do you? What, Gutter?
No, go for it. I'm trying to.
Okay.
You go for it.
Okay. We got Mishka LeBear in the building. How you doing? Good to see you, hon. Glad you could make it. Thank you for coming. Hey, cool peeps. Flat-chested female is still in the house. I honestly feel Tyree Nichols' death was a hit as he was okay. There's been a lot of discussion. I haven't been able to prove it. If someone could add a link, I know that there was another YouTuber out there that we all kind of cross can pollinate that was talking about this. If someone could provide a link for some information so that we're putting out good information, but I have heard this as well, that the officer, there was some kind of interaction. He worked at FedEx, Nichols did, and the cop, and there was a woman involved, and so there could have been some crazy stuff, love triangle crap going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be it. I don't know. If it is, and I agree with the person who first said it, and I'll give credit to Strategic Eyes for that. First-degree murder is what the charges should be if it's proven that indeed was what was happening, because that's premeditated. You might be able to argue something of, crime of passion, heat of the moment kind of thing. I don't know. That wouldn't be my area of expertise, but second degree, certainly, no, I don't think so. That explains why there's no reason to pull him over, is what Flat-chested said. And that's true. I haven't seen, and even the police chief said that they haven't been able to find any evidence that there was reckless driving involved. So we'll probably get into that whole subject in a little while. Hi, Lee Sugar Britches, Flatty, Mishka, and Waspy. Okay, everybody's talking to everybody. Okay. Whoa, this thing is just jumping all over the place. Oh, we got Ann. Go ahead.
Time
Yes.
The two times that I've gotten on YouTube from the Yank and Gutter channel, it has
Uh-huh.
brought up in the chat that we need a moderator, which I think is quite ironic that it keeps ringing every time I've turned it on today. And Tony just brought up not too long ago, hey, y'all, let me be your moderator or something. I seen something, I don't remember what it was in the chat, but, or somebody did. Maybe it wasn't Tony. It might have been somebody else.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, you know, I don't think we're at the point where we need a moderator yet because, well, A, we don't get anybody who acts up, so we don't need to time anybody out. And I don't know really, other than that, know what a moderator is going to do for us. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't either. We got to totally jump in there.
What's that?
But I mean, I'm sure. I know he could handle it. That's for sure. God damn it! How come it keeps moving so fast?
I know.
That's what she said. Just hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still.
That's what I say.
See, he can pin this shit.
Flat Chested says, "Happy birthday, Yank and Gutter channel." Woo! 1 year.
I think I'm there.
And we've done a really, we've done a pretty good job too, as far as trying to give you content all the time. I think we've only actually not done a show once, right? I think it was only once where either one of us had not come on. So we only missed 1 day of school. I missed more than Gutter, obviously. I forget exactly what my reasoning. Oh, hurricane was one of them. Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you miss? How dare you miss the channel for a hurricane?
I know, right? We got Sherry from Colorado, Canada, rather. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Hi, Missy. Thanks for coming last week. You're not late.
No man ever wants to hear that.
Kid. You're fashionably late. Who else we got? We got Black Sheep. Yep, he's flirting with the ladies in the chat.
Well, it's kind of part of his job, isn't it? I think it's in his job.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. I'm just going down the list here and looking for anybody else that man, this thing's behind that we might have missed or said something directly to us. Seems like a lot of people. Black Sheepdog, pick me. Hal 9000, good to see you. Still haven't called you, Hal, but don't worry about it. Everything's groovy. We do have your information on file, and we will be getting in touch with you.
Yes, we will.
Okay, Junior from Canada. Nice. I don't know who Junior is. Anybody know Junior?
Well,
he's saying, "Hey, Gutter girl." He might be a Portland Andy guy.
I think he might be.
Nice. Welcome, Junior.
I'm trying to look at his picture, and I can't quite remember, but I think so. Either way, howdy.
Howdy.
Yep, it is. It is. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. Them are wieners.
Oh, see, Black Sheepdog knows what time it is. Both Yank and Gutter and Strategic Eyes are both live at the same time. So you guys are going to have to make some choices.
Thank you.
I say we had Tuesday night first as a regular, so you got to hang here.
Strategic Eye. Oh. Why?
Oh, Missy's flirting with you. You're looking very pretty tonight. I love your hair down. That's what Missy says to you, Gigi.
Thank you, darling.
Nice. Hot Dog Army. Nice.
She said I'm extra. Amanda said I'm extra
Amanda.
cute.
Amanda coming in hot. No. You know what? You guys suck. I like compliments too, man. No, I don't give a shit. In case you notice, I don't even shave half the time.
Your hair looks good too, Yank.
Oh, thanks. I'm doing the Rick. See, can you see it? That dude needs to shave that fucking, well, I don't know, dude, cotton candy off the top of his head.
Boy.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a beach boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
he just needs.
Look. I choose
Hey,
better.
woof,
Strategic
nice,
you rock, Tone.
nice. We appreciate it.
Anyways,
Oh, Missy
I'm
says I look
sorry, I had to.
handsome and loves my hair too.
Who said?
Very
Oh,
cool.
Missy said you look handsome.
I
Oh,
appreciate that. I appreciate. I do. Hey, you know,
there
I do
you
what I can
go.
do.
See,
Anyway,
I think we're all pretty dashing.
I do too. We got a good looking bunch. I will say that. For those that come on, we got a good looking bunch. And the
Ann
ones in
said
the
you good
chat, they're
looking.
all intelligent. Appreciate it, Ann.
Ann said you good looking.
Ooh, howdy, good looking. Remember that commercial for the microphone you could play on your radio? Hey, good looking, be back to pick you up later. Who remembers that from the 1970s? You got to remember that commercial. Come on. Oh, don't make me look it up. I will. It was Mr. Microphone, I think it was called, and it had one of those antennas that you had to pull out the back, and you could do on your stereo or your radio or your boom box. You could go to a certain channel, and what you said in the microphone would come out on
Oh
the radio.
yeah.
So there was part of the commercial was a couple of guys in a convertible, and there was some chicks walking, and he's like, "Hey, good looking, be back to pick you up later." You know, stupid commercials. But
My
that goes to
brother-in-law,
what we
he
were
had
talking about before the show, right?
yeah.
Memory lane.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Tony, I'm fugly. That's okay. That's okay. Flat chested female says the shine on my head is awesome. Cool. Am I dazzling you? If you can't baffle him with brilliance, no. What how's that go? Baffle him with bullshit, something like that. I don't know.
Isn't it bewilder him with bullshit or no something? I don't know.
I saw that Essie was live, and I said, "Why the hell would he do that?" Well, you know what? Essie is on one of those, cop
He's on SE's
schedules,
clock.
man. Yeah, well, no, he's on a cop schedule, so he rotates. I think he does like 2 shifts and then goes to
sure
bed
that's
on
what it is.
third and then rotates around. So he never knows what day of the week it is, whether he's coming or
Yeah,
going.
he's not.
So,
I
we
don't
cut him
think
some
he.
slack.
I mean, he's always giving us nudges and everything. So I think
Yeah.
he just he didn't even think about it being
Right.
um
But just for
Tuesday.
future, strategic guys, if I ever catch you doing a live stream at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night again, I am pulling all support for your channel, you leftist son of a bitch.
Yeah, all the support.
All that support. I'm pulling it. Too funny. Lee said she didn't remember that one, Yank. Okay. Back in my rock and roll days, I had blonde hair down to my waist. Oh, you talk about haters. Women hate when you have nicer hair than they do. I bet that's
Hell
so
yeah.
fucking true. I bet
I would
that's
be
so
so
true.
pissed. I would be pissed if a dude had nicer hair than me. Fuck that. I shave that shit for you. No way. You don't get nicer hair than me.
I gotta ask Hal. Now, Hal, you don't have to say your exact age at all. Just like give me a decade, 60s,
Give me a
70s.
decade.
Yeah, give me a
That's
decade
when
when
you know you're getting old. When you can start pinpointing it in decades. Fuck my life.
well, you know what I'm saying? Like was it the 60s or was it the 70s with the long hair that long? Or was it the 80s? It could be that too. So there's 3 decades there that it could be. It definitely wasn't the 50s. If it was, boy, you were way ahead of the curve.
55. He's 55.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, he's right in with
Okay,
it.
so he's talking 80s, 70s, and 80s. I remember that commercial and all the psychic readers. Yeah. Remember mood rings? Who remembers mood rings? Those were a big deal.
I just remember I do remember mood rings. I also remember the joke about mood rings, and that is we know what my mood is by the Find my mood ring, and that's when it's imprinted in Marvin's forehead.
Oh,
He'll know
nice.
my mood.
Nice.
Let's talk about 11,000 cases of chicken wings. You know what? I wrote that down on the list, Bobby Boccolino.
Ah, Bobby. Bobby. I only dated guys with long hair when I was young. I used to have long hair, believe it or not. Yep.
You know, I did read that comment when she said that, or when she posted it there, but and I was thinking about it, and I mean, all my dudes had nice hair. Just, I mean, my hair topped theirs though, always.
Nice. Yeah, and then after my after the long hair faded out, I went full mullet for a while. Big long mullet. That was pretty wild. Flat top. Different. Bring back the mullet. Business in the
Bobby
front,
said
party
he's
in the
late.
back.
Bobby
you?
said he's late. Well, he said he's
Well.
hanging out with Amanda. Well, it's a good thing Amanda didn't say she was late, as long as you're the one
Yeah,
late.
I know. It's, whenever I hear I'm late, I get panic. It wasn't me.
Missed it by a mile.
Yeah. Can't catch me because the rabbit done died. Yeah, we don't really have, like, we didn't have actually subjects to discuss, man, because there is, well, I mean, we didn't formally, right? Like, I'm sure Gutter has a list somewhere. She's good at that. Making lists and, you know, paying attention to shit. I'm more along just for added commentary after the fact. So go ahead, Gutter. What do you got?
Well, I did write down a few things. Mostly, mine wasn't, I mean, there's lots, I knew that we'd have lots of people to have lots of bitching going on. But one of the things that, again, we brought up was being ready in case shit goes south. Because, you know, I know they're like, oh yeah, in 2025, shit. What was going to go on in?
War with China.
Oh yeah,
with China.
Yeah, okay,
that's coming.
So yeah, I think shit's going to go south probably quicker than that, especially at I mean, the rate that, you know, they're pushing it. So, how, I mean, how ready are we? Because, and I say we because the reason I asked that question is because I really kind of took a deeper look at where we're at. And with my family, I don't just have me and Marvin to worry about. I also have my kids who are within close range. And so I have to worry about all them and my grandbabies. And so let's just say we're sucking hind tit. We're not prepared. And so, you know, it's things like, I mean, I have like food that are in 5-gallon containers, and we use out of there, and then I just replenish that. That way it's not going bad. But I don't have like the ones that are pre-made, like, what'd you say, 25-year life shelf life thing.
Yes.
So those are kind of the things that, you know, I definitely that I worry that we don't have enough of. And like, what are the things that you really do have in your bug out bag? I mean, like, are you going to lug around a huge sleeping bag? I mean, or are you going to have one of those really small ones that you can, you know, that you can fit in the palm of your hand? They're like, are you going to invest the $10 into them? They, you know, but, and are they that great? I haven't looked at them, so I don't know. If you get one, if you do take it out, can you get it back in that fucking thing? And, you know, because I mean, all these are questions that as I look down through the list, just looking through Amazon, even,
it's crazy.
Yeah. What do you need? What do you really need? And what do you not really need? I mean, you need shit to cook with. I mean, how are you going to eat?
Yes. You need fire, cooking utensils, shelter utensils, food if you can, like the dried food. But my biggest thing would be also cordage comes in handy. And one of the biggest things is have different ways to do the same thing. In other words, like in mine, and I'm looking, and I think if I might be able to just grab it and hold it up. I don't know if I ever did that before. Like in mine, I have a few razor blades, I have a few knives, I have a few saw blades, so I'm able to cut different things. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the important things. There's a saying in ranger stuff, in ranger circles, that 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So always have 2. If you have
Right.
more than one way to make a fire, bring more than one. Like, those self-strike matches or waterproof matches are good. Also a Bic lighter or 3 Bic lighters and a Zippo lighter. Bring the fuel for what you may need to, but you don't have to get a big, huge bottle, because eventually you're going to wind up chucking a lot of this shit. And that's why when your bag starts and you first get it and you're putting your stuff in, your mind's going to be racing to a whole bunch of things, and you're going to put stuff in, and you have to remember ounces equal pounds and pounds equal pain. So you want to keep that shit as light as possible with the least amount as possible. And always remember too, that there's a balancing act, because as you go through things, you're going to be throwing things out, that things are going to get lighter, and you're going to have to pick up resources along the way. So it's going to get heavier. There's going to be this constant modulation of things coming in and out of the bag. Let me see if I can grab mine and just kind of prop it up here on my lap. I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. Give me a minute.
So Bobby brought up a good thing, which was a slingshot. That's
Yeah, you
awesome.
got to be proficient in it, though.
Well,
I'll be right back.
How you got to get one to get proficient. There, see, he can't backtalk me because he can't hear me. Canned foods, I know, but are you, Missy? If you got to bug out, if you have to get the hell out of Dodge, and are you gonna actually lug around those canned foods? Because that's gonna be really hard to do. I do have the canned food. That's my concern more, is like if we got to bug out, if we got to get the hell out of Dodge.
This chick can barely handle my weight and this bug out bag.
We're gonna get a really good. We're gonna have some good content here in a minute, because
really, I'm just gonna go boom,
flatten that fucking chair, and we're pretty soon he's just gonna disappear.
But and I got to be careful because my mic stand is really jacked up. So let me see if I move that and move this down. I don't know what you guys can see, what you can't see. Okay. One of the things I have is a foldable shovel on the back of the bag, and it's fit in here between the straps, and it comes under the handle to support the weight of the bag. So that's that piece. And as you can see, I have a lot of bungee cords and ties and carabiners. I also have gloves here on the outside. Here's a saw, like drywall saw, but you can use that for branches.
So how much does all that shit weigh?
This pack weighs 40 pounds. It's heavy. Dude. I know. So if I put this on, I'm going to be over 300 pounds, huh?
I could not pack that. I mean, if we had to bug out and I had to traipse off to Idaho, I could not put that on my back. And I mean, no way.
What we did was the wife's pack is lighter than my pack. I can carry more weight than she can. So that's what I did. I put a lot more things in mine with that, and hers will be more quicker in and out of stuff, where mine is kind of like the all-purpose, has a little bit of everything. But you need a hat, right? You need a scarf, one of them schmenga, I don't know what the hell you call them. On the front, you can see, like here, I have a knife sharpener, all within these little pad things that I have. Here's a multi-tool, right? You want to have easy access to a lot of this stuff. So that's why that's in the front. I also have shotgun shells, both of them along my mid belt here. There is a weapon in here. There is also a small caliber pistol, 22, with rounds. Not a lot, but there is. There's also, I have a Camelback irrigation system that fits in the back of this pack so that I can fill that up with some water. I have water purification tablets, and I have a life straw in here. I mean, there is so much stuff packed in here that if I really sat down and broke this bag down, I would have to somehow put the camera up in the ceiling and have it on the floor, pointed at the floor so you can see everything that's in here. But there's a lot of shit in here. And I really took my time thinking about what I was going to put in. I also have some medical things in here. I do not have a sleeping bag in here. What I do have is one of those emergency silver blankets. Mm-hmm. Because those are really good at helping you regulate your temperature. I have a cup. There's a cup. You're going to need a cup. That's what you cook in, right? The enamel kind of cup, metal cup. I also have a rain poncho. I also have liquor in here. I have hydrogen peroxide. I have bleach, from which I put in glass nips. I emptied the alcohol out and put those for cleaning for wounds and things in here as well in the top part of the pack. And then I have some alcohol that's for trading, nips. I have cigarettes and paper rollers in here as well, just in case. And I have some clothes. I think I have a set of boots in here. And again, geez, it's been so long. I will have to open this up and look in here because there's so much stuff in here. I forget what's actually in here. But I do know that I could take this pack right now, with the exception of when I did this pack, I was probably 60 pounds lighter. So none of the clothes that I do have in here, I do have obviously I'm going to leave my house. I'm going to have clothes on, but I have a change of clothes in here as far as a t-shirt, underwear, socks, and pants. So the cami pants that I have in here will not fit me anymore. So I have to do something about that. I am currently in extra warm climate, so there is no need for cold weather clothes. That's something you have to take into consideration as to where you are, how you're going to be, where, theoretically, I'm not going to hike 600 miles. I mean, I might have to, but I'm not going to hike to a place where cold weather should be a problem. I'll probably stay in the warm areas, so I don't have to necessarily worry about that. There is soap, which is very important. Hygiene is going to be very important. Rags, I have either do-rags or face cloths in here. Jesus, I'm trying to think. I have so much stuff in here, it's not even funny. But this is a pretty good bug-out bag. This I took a long time to think about. You can do one a lot less than that.
Yeah.
And it'd be like a 3-day bag. That's what you'd want. This is a I'm not coming home bag. It's called an inch bag. I'm not coming home. INCH. You do a bug out, which is a 3-day. You can maybe, bug off into the bushes for a little while and hide for a few days. And then when things calm down, you come back. You can also have that. So I have a double setup where I found that going to Army, Navy surplus stores is really good. You can get some dynamite backpacks from the military that have the plastic shell and a rack within the bag. So it's not like this where it's a soft pack that can give you hot spots. The other one can handle more and you can put more in it, which I have that as well. And that has some more, that has sleeping bags, the things to roll on the ground. It has my tent in it as well. I also have dry bags. Dry bags are very important if you plan on being in a wet environment, which we're all going to be. My
Mhm.
dry bags, I have one dry bag that fits inside another one, and my big dry bag is like a backpack. It fits over your shoulders. So technically, I could take this backpack, put it on my back, and take my dry bag and put that on reverse and have that in the front and carry a rifle if I needed to. It would be a bitch, but I could do it. So, you know, it's all kind of up to what you think you need. And once you start doing this, you'll find that you just keep packing shit, right? I mean, I have flashlight in there and a couple of batteries, nothing big. I also have a military belt that I have that has a canteen on it that will also carry um, a machete, because you may need a machete to chop through some shit where I'm at. So, and a fighting knife. So I don't want to give too much away, but that's pretty much a good start. If you get those basics covered, then you should be in pretty good shape if you had to disappear out of where you're at. I don't know.
Mhm.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Well, and as I started looking through all the stuff, I was like, you know, it'd almost be a good idea to just get one of the good bug out bags and build off of it, just because of all the
Mhm.
shit. I mean, look at all the shit they have in one of the bags. Now, are for emergency, like this one's an emergency pack. This one's for a prep store quick. So I don't know what that. It's
Mm.
same thing, I guess, just different prices, more shit. I can't click on there. If I do, I'll lose this screen. Have you seen these new bags that have filters on them yet? Look at this.
That have a life straw within them, within the tube. Is that what you're talking about? I can't.
Come on, you
Let
shit.
me go full. Let me go full
Well,
screen so I can see. Second. Oh yeah, okay.
it's a
That's a
bag.
bladder. Yep, and it has. Yeah, yep, and it has a
And,
filter on. Oh, nice.
and it filters it
Yeah,
too.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a giant life straw. It's that's the name of it too,
So I
right?
thought
Life
that
straw.
was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gravity bag. What I have instead of that, I have the
Yep.
camel bag that you
Yep.
could just put on your
I did
back,
buy. I thought that was kind of
and
cool.
you can
And
attach the life straw to it. Yeah,
mhm.
there's a life tent. Yeah, see that
So yeah.
that bag you're looking at
Anyways,
right there. See the bag right next to life tent? You see that bag? $39. Well,
that bag.
yeah, those are okay too.
Uh, which one?
Go up, scroll up.
Which one?
I don't know where it went. Scroll up. There was a life tent. Oh, there it is. Okay, whoop, stop.
Right
Stop.
here.
See, yeah, that green one right there. That's a good bag because it's collapsible from the bottom and it has a top part, a middle part, and a bottom part. That's what my bag here has. At least that's what I
Right.
can see from the picture. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that'd probably be yeah,
And
that's
it's
a nice looking bag. Yep.
no internal frame.
Yeah. That's again some of the way I designed my bag, and once I packed it in, it almost gave it a frame feel. It's very square and boxy, and holds its shape very well. And
Mm-hmm.
when I use that shovel, that foldable shovel, that gives it almost a rigidness to the back of the bag, like an internal framework, but except it's external.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice bag. 70 liter.
I thought that this solar charger was kind of cool,
Mhm.
even like necessarily as in your bug out bag. I mean, it could be, but
Sure.
like when you're camping or even when we go hiking, and a lot of times I'll use all my battery up and
Hmm.
in my phone while I'm taking pictures or whatever. I think this would be handy to be able to just go, yeah, let's sit here for a minute. We eat lunch and my phone
We
recharge.
we have two of those that we use during the hurricane for our phones, and they
Hmm.
worked. I would, you know, see the problem with prepping, right? Is you wind up trying to prep for everything. Now, my first thought when you pointed that out was, well, if we get an EMP, that's just junk, right? Because
I
nothing, you're
know
not
it.
going to charge
Yeah,
shit
it is.
with it. So fuck that junk. You're not
Yep.
going to give too much of a shit about. You'll get
It,
a Jones for a little while about what YouTube video is not fucking telling you the news. In a oh
well,
shit.
that was the other thing that I don't know about you, but if I want to research something, I don't go to a book hardly at all anymore. I basically look it up on the internet. Well, if
Hmm.
we don't have the internet and you need to know how to sew somebody's leg up, um, it might behoove you to have some type of a survival guide,
Yes,
survival book that
I
gave
have
you
two.
some, yeah.
I have two. One is for plants that are edible in my local regions and in North America. And the other one that I would suggest some people have, buy yourself an atlas of the roads and for all the states. Buy yourself an American atlas. I have that packed away in that bigger bag that for the military bag that I got from the Army Navy store. I have that in there just in case, because also that has the intercoastal waterways on it for me, so that if I needed to steal a boat and go up in a boat, I could figure it out through the waterways without having to go into the ocean. But also, it's important to know where you're going. Have a compass. A compass is a cool thing. Know how to use a compass, because a lot of people get it and they go, "Oh, it points north, so I just go north." That's not really how you do one, especially when you're trying to take navigation points from a map. It's a little complicated, but it's not that hard to learn. Um, and this way you can align your what way is north, what way you want to go, and keep your line of access to your point so you don't start walking in circles. Because people tend to walk, if you're like right-handed, you'll walk in a right-hand circle. That's how come you always see people going, "Oh, those are footprints," in movies and stuff, because they do a
Uh-huh.
circle. It happens. It's just a natural thing. So you want to keep taking a point with a fixed point and off in the distance, say a mountain range or something like that, where you can stop every now and then, look at it, set your compass, set your direction, set your north. You know which way to go, and that way, when you get bogged into the trees, you use north, and then you see where your line is that you can turn, and you know which way you're going. It's not very difficult, but you know, always worth knowing.
So, first of all, I want
Yes.
to back up because I don't know if you've seen that Hal said, Hal 9000. Let me go back here to one of his comments. Okay. He said, I am an ex Navy sniper. I see things different. I'm heading to the woods. Everything I need is in the woods. So I don't know where
Yeah.
you're at, but I'll let you know where I am at so that you can drop by and grab me. Um, and then he said about those bladders.
Mhm.
I'm
You
trying
need
to
to
get to it
clean
here.
them.
Oh, he said those bladders are not good at all. Never put raw water in anything like that. You can't clean it out. It will mold fast and you can't clean it. You know what? You make a really good point because I have one of those. Oh, what the hell do you call it? That you hike or run with and it's got the bladder in it. What do they call those fucking things? Anyways, I know y'all know it. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, I have one of those and I have had a hell of a time from day one when I first get anything like that I'm going to drink out of or anything, the first thing I do is wash it. And I usually wash it with water, Dawn dish soap, and vinegar. And that way it takes away any kind of weird smells, and also will take away any toxins or anything that might be on the plastic or whatever it is that we're eating or drinking out of. And this taste of plastic never left that fucking bladder. I don't care what I did to it.
Yeah.
It just, you could constantly taste it. I just finally went, nah. I mean, it was kind of a bummer because it wasn't cheap, but I just stopped using it because of how the water tasted out of it. I couldn't stand it. Ugh, yuck. Anyways, so back to that bladder thing, life straw bladder. No, probably not a good idea.
Well,
I think he said always use the straw.
Yeah, no, I agree, but you're going to be burning through your straws pretty quickly. I would not. If anything, I would first purify and boil my water before I put it in the back into the CamelBak. So that way I'm putting clean water in that I know is clean, and as germ free as possible. I do have some soap. I do have the ability to clean some. I wouldn't be able to do much. But again, it goes back to 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So if all you have is life straws on you, I mean, I guess those would work. And they do about 250 gallons a piece, which is pretty impressive. But they get clogged up pretty quick. I don't know if people have really used them. Like they get hard to pull on and get a drink of water out of. Maybe you could invest in a maybe you could invest in a cleanable filtration system that has a ceramic and you put it in there, and it goes one end into stream or whatever, and the other end is an open end hose, and you pump it, and it high pressure pushes it through. I forget how many microns it is the ceramic is, but that takes out viruses and bacteria, so you could do that. Again, this is just ideas. Everybody's going to have their own stuff and their own ideas on what to do. I just say have as many options as you can. Like let's say I wanted to, I could pull this CamelBak out, fill it with some water, and I could just have that on if I was going to do some recon on a building. You know what I mean? Just so I had something to drink from in the heat of the day. I'm going to need more water than most people because of where I live. It's 100 degrees. It was 97 degrees out today. We've been breaking records every day. So even in dead winter, it's still fucking way too hot to be doing anything. So, I can't necessarily depend that I'm going to find a place to suck some water out with a straw. I may have to take the water I have with me. I'm just saying it's you could go a million different directions, and you will drive yourself a bit crazy trying to figure out what's the perfect, you're never going to get it all. It's never going to be perfect. So just know that going into it, as long as you have some good basic stuff to cover your basics, you'll be in good shape. You'll be in better shape than most. Yeah, see, Hal's bringing a dog with him. I could say 10 things about having a dog with you that is like a no-no. You got to feed that thing.
Yeah, the dog. Well,
I'm sorry. I mean, I love dogs, and I would love to be the one man walking the wasteland with a dog. Sure. But if you don't think that dog's not going to get you in trouble, you're sadly mistaken.
Yeah, it will be a hindrance.
I mean, unless you looked at it like, it's walking food. Well, that's another way to look at it. See, it all depends on what your mindset is. You know what I mean? Hey, I don't have to do anything. I'm bringing lunch with me. If it gets hard enough times, well, sorry, dog, you lose. And yes, I saw somebody. Go ahead.
They have these things. It's called Life Straw Carbon Capsule Filter for Go bottles. So they must have these Go bottles that you can, and they're just little tiny filters that you put in them. That'd be cool because then you could just pull that out and put a new one in.
Yep. Yeah. See, there's been a lot of it. Like I'll be honest, my bug out bag I made, set it up 2012. Most of my bug out stuff is from 2012 because I don't know why, but I kind of bought into, well, politically, there was a lot of shit going on, but I also was like, this Mayan calendar shit, there might be something to it. So I'm like, I better be ready. So that's when I started doing that. Like, actually, it would have been 2011. And I got a semblance of some setup that got together for the 2012 thing that never happened. And then we had Obama and all that shit. So it just kept continuing. So that's why I have so much stuff. But yeah, I mean, things have come a long way. I still, when I go to when I go, like, I love Bass Pro Shop, I go there a lot and I look around and I'm, shit, that's pretty cool. And I got a nice little cooking set camp stove thing. It's a rocket stove and everything. And I got fold out bowls and stuff so I can heat the 30-year dried food that you were talking about, put that in a bowl, a little hot water, but the bowls go and they fold flat when you're done with them. So they work.
Yeah.
All kinds of cool shit.
That they have those, that's what I want for our RV. In fact, I've kind of gotten some just because looking forward to the whole RV thing. And they're collapsible bowls, and I've just put them away so I don't use them because I know if I do that, something will happen and I won't have them for my RV. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hal says, fun fact, never use dish soap to clean things like that. It will give you the shits, and that's the last thing you want. Use vinegar or hydrogen peroxide. I think I did say that I had little bottles of hydrogen peroxide and alcohol in my backpack. So I'm just, I'm not trying to say you're wrong, Hal, at all, because you're absolutely right. Yeah.
No, he was talking about what I was talking about. I think he was talking about when I was saying I would wash the bladder with water, Dawn dish soap, and vinegar. He said, I think that's where he was saying don't use the Dawn dish soap. And you're probably right. And I don't use a whole lot. I'm definitely very sparingly with it when it comes to, especially on dishes, or anything that I'm worried it's going to leave, a taste or a sheen or anything on. So I usually only use like a drop of soap, just because 9 times out of 10 people use way too much of it and they make it worse. Like when they stick a bunch on their carpet and then they don't get it off, and then they go, gosh, I shampooed my carpets and now they look like shit 3 weeks later. Well, that's because you still have soap residue on there.
Oh, other things, good things to bring: toothbrush, 1 or 2, 2 toothbrushes, 1 for cleaning, 1 for brushing your teeth. Dental is going to be important in a shit down situation. You got to keep your mouth clean because, all kinds of reasons. And shit, what were you were talking about soap? And I'm trying to think. There was some. Oh, I have this. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever been camping. I have just regular camping gear, right? I just have, just in case I got to go fucking in the backyard for something and hang out. I have one of those. It's clear on one side and black on the other, and it's 5 gallons. You put water in it, you put it in the sun for a couple of hours, and you get a piping hot shower out of this thing that is unbelievable. It's great. It's got a little turn off switch on the valve with the hose that comes off it, and you hang it in a tree. Huh?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
They are also fucking fantastic.
I love those, and I also like the ones that you can use to, I was going to say, refill water with when you go camping, and they're collapsible because it doesn't take up as much room. However, after, talking with Hal, those probably aren't the best option, just due to the fact that I don't like to really drink out of plastic anyways, because it always tastes funky to me.
Yeah, so, it's going to.
Yeah, I would much rather drink out of like a stainless steel, anything that, so I don't know.
And here's the funny thing too about the water thing, because I think it's really important that we talk about it, is most water you're going to find in a shit down situation is going to give you the shits. Most water is not going to be potable like we as Western civilizations and our guts are going to be able to handle. But the good thing is that kind of goes away over time. That's why people in Mexico can drink the Mexico water, whereas if we go to Mexico and drink the Mexico water, we're shitting all over the place. It's because you don't have the correct bacteria to build up to fight it. Now it's going to be a bitch getting over Giardia. But it is doable, and you could always pack yourself some probiotics. Now, probiotics don't last forever, but it's still not a bad idea. Oh, and that brings me to some of the good things to take along to add to your water are add vitamins into the water. They're little like stick packets. You rip them open, you pour them into your water, because you're going to want to not just be taking vitamins, especially if they're on a calorie reduced regimen. You're going to need your vitamins. So, take those. Even like I have a couple of little Mios. They last forever. And you just take that and you squirt that in the water. It doesn't have, don't do that in the Camelback thing. But if you have like a canteen, you could do that. And it just to give you some kind of relief and semblance of normalcy to remember when, because you're going to get very fucking depressed. That's going to be the big thing, is keeping your mind occupied on tasks, have things to do, have goals, have a place to get to. That's why having a plan and a destination, how to get there, is always a good thing, because if something happens and you do have to try to leave where you're at, you will have the idea in your head, the direction to go, and I'm looking forward to getting to the destination where I know I'll be safe. So that will help you in the long days that are going to go forward. I mean, I hate to be so doomy and gloomy, man, but shit, I don't know. I just heard, and again, I can't confirm it. I heard it, I think, on Glenn Beck, that Saudi Arabia has decided that the petrodollar isn't as important as it used to be, and that they may be taking in other forms of currency other than US dollars for oil from other countries. That is going to cause if it happens, that is going to cause such a problem in the United States economy and our inflation. We won't be able to wrap our minds around it. Once we do not have the world reserve currency anymore, these dollars are going to be, you might as well just staple them to your wall to look at like a poster. They're not going to be worth shit. So, and then those are some other things that I have in my bug out bag. I have some metals, I have lead, I have some silver, and I have some gold. So those also go in there just in case. But yeah, I mean, we're headed to some really weird times. I don't know what's going on, man. This seems so, to me, I don't know how anybody can look at this stuff and not be like, this is all on purpose. This is a plan. This is a decided takedown of this country.
Well, you couldn't have brought it down by accident like this. There's no fucking way.
And you couldn't have done it by war, because we are fortunate enough to have two great oceans on both sides of us.
It
so
had to
it's
be
nearly
from
impossible.
the inside.
Yeah.
Yep, Rooster, you're right. Everything got worse, so much worse ever since Obama was elected. I agree. And that's when I swear that it just pummeled. And we had kind of a short stay, like for 4 years. We got a short stay when Trump was in office, and now it just, I'm telling you what, it's been a whirlwind since fucking President Houseplant took office.
I know it. Mishka says she directed this to me because I mentioned books. These are the books I have for the Lost Superfoods, 126 plus survival foods and tips for your stockpile. The Forager's Guide to the Wild Foods, the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. They sound very good. I'd like to look those up. Can you do me a favor, Mishka? When this show is over, when the regular comment section is available for you to comment, Could you please put those books in a comment for me? I would really appreciate that because I would like to look those up. I'm all for having books because, like you said, you're not going to be able to Google shit. And
Yeah.
even if you can, I wouldn't trust it because they're going to use it to track you, you know? And my
Well-
biggest thing is to get off the track. I won't want to be known.
So, flat-chested female want to know what I was smiling about. Well, here's the deal, everybody. So, now when the lives start, the boys have decided that we all got to get on Discord. And
Take your tops off.
They set and post memes. Tony makes up memes. He literally makes up memes about me or whoever. And I mean, some of them you have to be thick-skinned but I mean, he's not mean or anything, but they're funnier than shit. So anyways, that's what he's doing over here on Discord, and they keep making me get on there. And every one of you guys can go to Discord and be on there too, so you can see it. Bobby, I don't know. He'll post the link after the live or whatever he has to do. I forget.
Or whatever. Hal says it's always a good idea to have chewing tobacco, gum, hard candy. Always keep your mouth wet.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Sorry, Hal.
Yes. I found the nipple work. Awesome.
Sorry.
Good advice. Very good advice. We've got all kinds of people that know what the hell they're talking about, man. And I think it's interesting. Bobby says antibiotics are important. Yes, they are. You know what else are important? Blood pressure meds, things like that, cholesterol, all that kind of shit. If you're on meds now, make sure you get enough to take with you. Yeah, no, tell me. Tell me.
So, a few years back, Marvin had an issue with his intestines. And so I put him on all these medications that were all natural stuff. It was supplements. And the brand is called Garden of Life. And what it does is it puts good bacteria back into your system, replacing what's destroyed through insecticides and pesticides and that shit. So in that whole process, Marvin, he was on blood pressure medication. And after putting him on these meds and having him on them for about 6 months, his blood pressure dropped, and we took him off of the blood pressure meds because once his gut was balanced out, it balanced out his blood pressure.
Yep. Makes sense.
Number one is every day we put shit into our system that kills the good bacteria, and it puts bad bacteria in our system. Plus, as the good bacteria goes away, the bad bacteria is able to party down and multiply and have fucking tons of babies, and pretty soon you're full of nothing but bad bacteria, which is why there are so many intestine problems. So by putting the good bacteria back into your system, you start killing off the bad bacteria. And that's, I mean, the problem is as long as you are not eating your own food, and as long as there's, pesticides and shit that are on the food that you're eating, it's going to kill the good bacteria in your system, which you have to continue to replenish to keep you healthier. It saved him. I mean, he went back to the doctor. The doctor was pissed. He wanted to know what happened, what we had him on, because Marvin said, I ain't been taking your meds. And he said, I'm taking stuff that my wife has had me take. And he's like, well, you don't have colitis anymore. What the hell have you done? And he's like, oh, well, these are the meds. And he's like, it's not FDA approved. And Marvin's like, well, I don't give a shit. It worked. What? I don't care who approved it. I approved it. It worked. So anyways, it was amazing what it did. I mean, for people's blood sugars, all that kind of stuff. The book is called Patient Heal Thyself. If anybody ever wants to check it out. But let me tell you what, it is amazing. It comes from a uh, naturopath doctor here in Portland, that his son was dying of Crohn's disease at 19, and he was just a rack of bones. And so he researched it, and he found out that it was from the bad bacteria in our system. And, he figured out how to get the good bacteria back into his son's system, and his son ended up recovering and became a doctor himself. So, it's I watched it work, not just on Marvin, but also on Marvin's friend and on Marvin's aunt. So it's incredible shit. Amazing. So anyways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've heard many theories that we're basically, our GI tract is a tube, and we're basically a worm. We take in food and things like that, but the microbiome that is also within our guts and our GI tract, that is so powerful that actually will have an effect on how we react to things. And like, if you feed, I forget what it is, candida, something like that, which is a certain kind of thing within your gut. If you overfeed that, you will crave more carbs because it's hungry. Like, those bacteria are hungry and will fuck with your brain like you're a puppet, and will make you go eat potato chips. You know what I mean? If you're not aware of it. So that's kind of some funky shit that we could be taken over basically by our guts. So yeah, take care of your guts, and your guts will take care of you. The microbiome is so important.
The other thing that we didn't just put him on the Garden of Life brand supplements. One of them's called FYI, which is for your inflammation, which is amazing how inflammation is what's the problem to so many different aches and pains that we have. It's from the swelling, and what's causing it to swell. Well, 9 times out of 10, it's because you got that shitty bacteria and not enough good bacteria to help fight it off. Well, I don't know where I was going with that, but anyways, the other thing that we did was we started growing our own food. And so that was huge. And, we grow beets and tomatoes and jalapenos and green peppers and, green onions and all that shit. So, squash. So it just, that in itself was enough to, and I try not to use things that I know is going to put the shitty bacteria back into, we try to use good, healthy, manure for, fertilizing and all of that, because it makes a huge difference in what you get in return. Not so much of how big and beautiful everything is, but how healthy the food is.
Right.
It used to be that things were really small,
but nutrient dense.
Exactly. And now it's huge, but there's just nothing to it. It's like
That's
fucking
right.
eating cardboard.
Yeah. Yep. Hal makes a point here. He says, this may sound shitty, but I would not worry about currency. I have no issues taking what I need. If you outnumber me, I will remove the threat from 1,000 yards and then take what I need. Okay. Now, I'm not in the least doubting you can do this, Hal. I'm not.
You know what that means? That means Hal has a Win Mag.
What's that?
That means Hal has a Win Mag. That's what that means.
So
sorry.
I am in no way getting into a dick measuring contest with you about this, but I will say this.
Oh wait.
Wait. Yeah.
Go to Discord.
Well, maybe on Discord. Maybe
Why
on
are
Discord.
you jumping off the train so quick?
Well, I don't want to embarrass the guy because I can hit him with my ding-a-ling from 1,000 yards. So anyway, that's one philosophy that you have, and it's also shared by seemingly our friend that we started the show with a year ago, Rick, who tends to also have that same philosophy where it's sort of a him against the world kind of thing. And I don't fault that mindset. I just wonder if that is actually the better way to go. I think the one and having lived through like this, and it was a small taste, not a big deal, but this last hurricane, the ones who did the best were the ones who had family and they were one unit. They tended to do better. They had more options. They had more resources. They had more supplies. They had more eyeballs than one guy. The next in line were close friends. Huh?
And more pure blood.
Yeah. Were close-knit friends. They seemed to do all right. Then it was couples. The last people who did okay, the least, were the loners. The guys who did it all by themselves. They were all alone. They did the worst. So, like, if I'm in a group, and again, we're just talking philosophy of survival here. If I'm in a small group of trusted people, one of us could take an injury and the group can still move forward doing things that needed to be done and such and so on. The single person trying to go it alone, twists an ankle, you're done. There is, like, you're doing nothing till hopefully you get better. You break a bone, you're in really bad shape. You know, so I understand the need. It's almost like I want to become the reluctant warlord of my block, let's just say, if the shit hits the fan. Or I want to try to help rebuild some sort of semblance of civility and unity of a group of people versus trying to go off by myself and alone. For me, I now again, you know, we're both the same age, and so we got, you know, maybe some health factors that are making determinations for us or that we don't want to, but it's just something to think about. A lot of people tend to go rah, 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 and they don't. It's like if you go and watch some of those shows where they dump people out in the woods with all the shit, you know, with a good bug out bag worth of junk, and the last guy comes out, gets $100,000 or $500,000 or whatever. These people make it fucking 3 months max, and they're bones. Like I saw in one of your comments, my dog and I can live off a squirrel a day, and that's no problem. What if there's no squirrels? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you never know. Nature's weird. It's not like how you plan it. So you see these people who are from Alaska or from places army trained and this and that, and they go and they try to make their own little carve out section in the wilderness, and they don't do very well. It doesn't work out well. They have many days where they didn't catch any fish. Their traps didn't work. Shit, that bird keeps scaring away the freaking squirrels. I can't hit shit. You know what I mean? So it's might be better. Might be more people. I don't know. If you want to come on and discuss it, Hal, that'd be great. I'd love to have you on as a guest.
If I talk to you someday, I will explain it.
Okay.
He said
okay.
I have been there and done that.
Don't want to explain it now. Okay.
Well, I don't think he said that like 5 minutes ago, Rick.
What are you talking about? I'll ban your ass. How's that? Okay, man. No, I get it. I totally get it, dude. I totally get it.
Wow. He was deployed in Colombia and his only job was hunting drug dealers. Oh my gosh. You should come on, Hal. I'll bet you would be a bucket of stories.
Yeah, see, I get a whole bunch of questions when you say that. I'm like, you were hunting drug dealers. So you were just crawling around on your belly.
Can you imagine?
Through Colombia. Well, no.
Instead of hunting deer.
Because it's, yeah.
There's one.
But then,
Get it. Boom.
Did
Oh,
no one
got
else know you were there? Did you not have like things getting dropped into you and where you were at for resupplying and stuff like that? I mean, did you not have the backing of whoever sent you there? I would think you did, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not making judgments. Like I said,
Well,
it's just questions that I have.
yeah. He's on a real computer. He doesn't have a way to get on.
Just like Gutter doesn't have a real way to get off.
Well, I do. I do.
Pack your batteries. Those will go in your bug out bag too.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's the first thing. And remember,
yes,
one is none.
That's right. So butt plug, rabbit.
Oh, we're so bad.
Bobby asked me, let's see. Yank, what did you do to get through after the hurricane that was a bug out moment? There wasn't so much a bug out moment. There was a bug in moment that was during the hurricane. The only bug out moment, and I missed it, was I went to bed. The storm was doing one thing. When I woke up in the morning, the storm was heading and going to hit directly. And I started throwing shit together just to throw it into the car, and we were going to boogie out of here. And I think it was DeSantis, or maybe it was my town emergency management person came on and said, don't even bother. The roads are already flooded. You can't get out. So that's when we sat in the house, and I just sat there and put my feet on the concrete slab and felt the fucking thing vibrating while the house was creaking and shit. And I made some videos. But yeah, there really wasn't a bug out. That would have been the bug out moment. Would have been the what scared me to think about the bug out was that we went from an 8-foot storm surge to a 12-foot storm surge to a 16-foot storm surge. I know my level where my house is. I am about 8 feet above sea level. So if a 16-foot storm surge comes rolling through, that's still 8 feet above wherever the fuck I'm standing. So that was enough to scare me. And I don't know how far in. I happen to be right on the border of flood evacuation zone B and C. I'm in C, so I'm about the highest point in my city, and it's a little square area that is the highest point. So I was pretty safe, but I didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, we were 2 miles an hour short of a Category 5 hurricane, and they had sustained winds of 140 miles an hour. So I didn't know how much water was going to come in. And the city I live in has over 400 miles of canals. We have more canals than Venice, Italy. So we have a lot of water that will be pushed in to these canals, and they can overflow. And I'm surrounded by canals. So yeah, it got a little spooky there.
Hal wants to know how many miles inland you are.
I am. Well, it depends. This Pine Island here is roughly 5 miles, and Fort Myers Beach is probably 12. So this was the one I needed to worry about, and this was the one where they lost one of the bridges to take from the for people to get off the island to get to the mainland. That bridge was washed out, so there were people trapped on there, and they had significant water. We're talking feet of water, and you go in people's houses, and it's head level. You can see the stains on the wall. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. There is a fungus called the chicken of the forest. Yes, and also I believe also hen and chick. Or is that another one? But yes, hen of the forest. I would be very cautious with fungi. And unless you really know what you're doing, boy, you could kill yourself quicker than shit eating fungus, any kind of mushrooms that just are growing out there. So, no, I'm not going to eat the dog black sheep. No. Thank God. Thank God during this one, I got lucky in the sense that we had to put my dog down the day before Easter last year. So I'm coming up on the 1 year anniversary for that. So he didn't have to survive or to try to get through this hurricane like he did the last one that we had. And he was a total wreck on that one. He was scared shitless. So I'm kind of glad he wasn't around for that. Build your chicken coop on wheels. Yep, those are called tractors, I believe, chicken tractors on wheels. You can move them around your yard so that they can pick and scratch and bug different places. Hal. What did Hal say? I can't even count how many times I have laid in the same spot for days at night looking through a scope. Geez, dude, that sounds like a shit time. I mean, if you know, I'm going to take your word for it, obviously, that you were a sniper, and that's some brutal work, man. I mean, shit. I love that movie Sniper, by the way, with who was it? Tommy Lee Jones? Not Tommy Lee Jones. What the fuck's his name? He was the catcher in that baseball movie with Charlie Sheen. And then he had the guy from Titanic. Anyway, that was a good sniper movie. I like that. Hal, go on. Yes, Hal. Everybody wants Hal to come on. Hal, get a cell phone. You can come on with a cell phone. Are you fraternizing on government time? I don't know who he's talking about. and says butt plugs and rabbits. So, oh my.
No way. Bluntman said he'll donate $5 if you'll eat a 1/4 ounce of special type of mushrooms or 1,000 milligrams of edibles. Oh my gosh.
Not
yes.
1,000 milligrams of edibles. No, thank you.
Oh my God.
I would.
Are you serious?
I would love to find me some of those mushrooms that you were talking about. I haven't been able to enjoy those kind of mushrooms since the 80s. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all.
I never
Donna like my helmet. Donna like my that was my motorcycle helmet, by the way, and everybody thinks I should have put a fucking propeller on it.
Bluntman says he wants to see Yank questioning reality. Me too, Bluntman. Me too.
It's not a big stretch, man. I still think half the time we're already in the friggin' Matrix pods and we don't know it. It's like I looked out today, right? Dig this. I looked out today and there was this line of the old-fashioned kind of clouds we all used to see every day. You know, the big puffy, round, floaty ones, right? And I'm looking at them and there's 3 clouds. And I happen to then go this way and look. And there was 3 clouds. And they look the same as those 3 clouds. I'm thinking, who's copy, cut, pasting fucking clouds here? I'm sitting in a fucking pod. You know what I mean? It was like the black cat in the Matrix. What the fuck?
Like, do I see pixels in there? What the fuck?
You know what I mean? They looked exactly the same. They had the same kind of thing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Crazy. Crazy. What else we got out here? Oh, and with the cloud things too, I was like, wow, those are the cool clouds. Like when I was a kid, I used to see like hail and there's a whatever and a monkey and I looked at the cloud. I didn't see nothing. Do we get to a certain point at an age where like our imagination just doesn't work anymore?
It does. Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
Definitely.
That bums me out, man.
And we're taught that. We're literally taught that.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid.
I would go in deeper, but then it'd be going into the woogity boogity shit, and then you'd be all freaked out and fucking getting all chilled and stuff. So we won't go into the woogity boogity shit.
Wooga wooga.
Yeah, no wooga wooga.
a lot of us are children of the 70s here, so we all kind of had probably apartments and houses. Remember paneling on the walls, paneling?
Donna, just a minute. Sorry.
Okay.
GTSY means good to see you.
Good to know.
Just so you know. She asked what it meant.
Gotcha. So you remember how everybody used to have paneling, right?
Yes.
Have you ever, like when you were a kid, looked at the knots in the paneling and seen faces? I used to see
Yes.
demon faces all the time.
Uh-huh.
Little evil bastards always looking at you and shit.
Well, you can even look in this one and see
Oh,
all.
yeah. Yeah, the knots.
Yeah. Yep.
Missy says she grew up picking wild mushrooms. She knows what she's doing. Oh, and sorry about my loss. Thanks, Missy. I appreciate that. Good for you that you know fungi, because I don't know anything. I just know that there are some you can eat and a whole bunch you cannot, and they all look the same.
So Bluntman said psychedelics actually put you into a similar frame of mind as a child. That's why things seem so colorful and everything seems exciting, hard to explain. I always tried. I guess I always just looked for the pink elephants on parade. And because I never got that bam, it was like that. It never worked for me. So I tried like, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 times. And finally I'm like, fuck, I'm not eating that stuff that tastes nasty for nothing. Because it tastes like shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That tastes awful. Usually throw up too. Bleh. But then you're all right. You're fine.
See, I don't like my throwing up.
You're a swallower.
Yeah, I'm a swallower.
Bluntman, let me ask you a question. Should we exchange phone numbers? Do you have maybe a line on something that you're talking about here? You don't have to say it on here, but the email is you can email.
Well, here in Oregon, that's another one that they've legalized, I think. Maybe they've legalized it. Somebody can tell me. Who can tell me? Somebody can tell me.
If they've legalized mushrooms?
Yeah.
Psychedelic?
In Oregon.
Something? I think they have. I think they have. Where was it? Well, they were talking about doing it up in your area, somewhere up there.
Yeah.
But microdosing stuff. Small amounts, which I think is fine. I don't think I need a bunch of people tripping balls walking around. But the microdosing is supposed to be really good too for microdosing. It's supposed to help you release, stress, inner demons, PTSD, things like that. It's a small amount, and it's just supposed to mood elevate and help you cleanse some of that negative shit that we all kind of walk around with, and especially us in the West, we tend to just suck it up, buttercup. You know what I mean?
Oh well, fuck. I should probably make that shit. I probably better get me some and put it into a tea and just drink it every fucking day.
That's microdosing.
All
yes,
day long.
Yep, just little bits. Yep. And it's really supposed to help. It's also supposed to help with addiction. If you're like, say you're addicted to heroin and things like that, it's supposed to help you lose that.
Bluntman said, we can talk. Talk
Nice.
is the key word.
Nice.
Mr. DEA man fucking watching this.
That's okay. Whatever.
He's just making sure. He's just clarifying.
Yep. I would like to go to ayahuasca, one of those ayahuasca places.
Oh, who talked about going to one? Some
a few celebrities have done it recently.
That's what I'm talking about. It was a celebrity that just,
I think they were probably on the Joe Rogan podcast. Someone you would not have you know who did? The comedian Ron White did.
That's who it was. That's who it was. That's the one.
He's done it a couple times. down in Mexico, and also I think maybe Baja California, maybe, or Southern California.
Yeah.
They have a
You
couple of
see,
places.
weed is medically legal in Florida. They haven't got it to the
Yeah,
recreational yet.
yeah. And DeSantis, to my fucking utter disappointment, uh, is saying that marijuana will not be legalized because he doesn't like the smell of it.
Yeah,
He
see,
doesn't like the smell. So that the problem therein is, even if I wanted to partake in medical marijuana, it puts my 2A license in jeopardy. Although they are
what
going to be looking at, I think it's in March, going to constitutional carry here in Florida, so you won't need a license to carry concealed anymore. You will still need to pass the background check, and you will still need to do the paperwork, but you may not have to go through that stupid shit of the licensing, which is nice.
yeah, that it's kind of annoying that Idaho and Florida, those will be the last two states to legalize anything.
I know.
Bunch of redneck assholes.
Oh, Chris Bull. Chris Bull says surfing on LSD is super fun. You can surf so good on that stuff. Yeah, you can. You can. Four-way window pane. That's always fun. I was well, I shouldn't probably say. Let's just say purple double barrel microdot is also pretty good. The mescaline trip.
Oh, I've never nothing like that. Nope. I was always
No?
too chicken.
Oh,
I was
afraid
so
you're not going to
chicken.
come
I grew
back?
up in Podunk, Idaho. I mean, yeah, you know, we just didn't get lots of that stuff. I mean, it was there. I mean, I'm sure I could have found it. I know lots of friends that did, but just never was. I don't know. I was always scared of shit like that. Like people would be like, "Well, man, we took all these pills the other night." Fuck that. Nope.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
into them. Can't do
I
it.
mean, you do have to be careful, man. You do, because
Even back then.
well, yeah, back then for sure. Nowadays, I would take nothing. I would take nothing,
Nope.
because everything's got that fent in it now. Every fucking thing.
Like in
And you're
Blunt
just going
Man.
to end
GG,
up
if you want
dying.
pink elephants, you got to do DMT. Yeah, probably not going to happen. See? Nah.
Yeah, DMT is supposed to be wicked. There's the lick the toad crowd. Where you
Huh?
lick there's a toad, a literal live toad, and you aggravate him, and out of his back, out of the warts on his back, he releases a chemical, and you lick the toad, and then you trip balls big time. Mike Tyson talks about doing it.
Rooster, I have to agree with you, and I have a friend that would agree with you wholeheartedly, and that is, he says, I miss the old days of weed. Everyone kept it low key. And this is what
Yes.
my friend had said. He goes, it kind of pisses me off because we all got really good at keeping the shit low key and nobody ever even know we had it. And then they
Yeah.
make it fucking legal. And so now it's become this huge, big blow up thing where if they'd have just left it alone, we would all been fine. They didn't have to legal. I mean, he was just, but I totally get what you're saying in the sense of it would have nice if in the process of it being legalized, it could have stayed low key. Like,
Yeah,
it
like
didn't have to become such a big fucking deal.
I cringe every fucking time I see someone my age or older that's probably been smoking since they were teenagers or whatever, and like you said, doing it low key, living the, whatever. And now that it's legal, or whatever, quasi legal, decriminalized, hey man, I'm smoking purple fucking armpit, you know what I mean, or whatever the hell. Look at me bong away. It's like, really? I forget where I was. I had to go somewhere on last Friday, and I was driving. I was in traffic on a bridge, and I had the AC on, but I had it pulling air from outside. And all of a sudden, I'm like, who the fuck is smoking weed in my car? Because some guy 3 fucking cars away was smoking weed in his car and blowing it out the window.
Yeah.
It was so strong that I thought my car had a bag of weed on fire in the back seat.
Well, it's nothing. I mean, first of all, if you're not used to doing what they have today,
Yeah.
Yank. I mean,
Do I?
well,
I don't know.
well, you may know because
I may.
I mean, there is a huge difference between back in the day when there was Mexican dirtweed and what there is today. That
Yeah.
I mean, it is like night and day. You can't even. You just you. There's not even a comparison. I mean, it's like I don't know. You have no idea. It's incredible. Just knock you on your butt type.
Yeah. I mean, I like watching the
compared to what-
videos of the people who do the dabs, these sheets of fucking wax,
Mhm.
and it's going through like this whole. It looks like a mad scientist professor's thing with bubbling things all over.
Dude, when that shit hits your lungs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're gonna
Oh
fucking die,
my
man.
God, Yank! When it hits you, it makes you. You feel all the way to your toes, and you kind of just want to collapse. I mean, like it's not. It's like it's fucking. It's. I don't. Not very often. Like not very often.
I watch some YouTubers that I like, and I don't want to say their name on the air, especially one of them. I really like their show. But as the guy's doing his show, right, he's always doing this.
You mean like this? You mean
And
like
it's
this?
like, dude.
You mean like this?
Yes. Yeah, just off camera, I could still see his head, you know. It's like, come on, man. Really?
You haven't
Yeah,
seen it like
that's
this? Then
nice.
you just never know.
There needs to be a hand on the back of your head, though.
Right. Here, wait.
There you go. Nice. Oh yeah. and just give me a for the road.
No doubt. Oh God.
Bad. We're getting bad.
Yeah, you know what I always think about when I do say something like that? That'll be about the time that Marvin goes, oh, I should turn on the live. He's at work.
Oh
I
no.
should turn on the live on my tab. I got time now. You know, and
Hey guys, my wife does a YouTube stream every
Have you
Tuesday
seen
night.
that?
Let's check it out.
can you imagine?
She's over there. Who's that guy telling her to do that? He's harmless. He's 3,000 miles away. That you know of, Marv. I'm just down the street. No, I'm kidding. I'm
He's
kidding.
like, I know, I'm in Florida.
I know, right? I came to visit you, stupid.
That's right. It's okay. Lisa and I got it handled.
Andy Smith says, Yank, there are different rules between constitutional carry and CCL. There are different rules between constitutional carry and CCL.
There is, but I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what one would be. I really don't know. You know what, Andy? If you'd like to come on the show and we can discuss the difference, if you're well knowledgeable on it, I'd appreciate someone giving me a little insight. I'll tell you, here in Florida, I wish to hell not only did they go constitutional carry, but also I wish they went open carry, because it is impossible down here to carry a gun with the amount of clothing that you wear.
15. Well, and 15 people, if you have an open carry, 15 people are going to call the cops on you before you get down the street.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that because, you know, hey, it's legal. You know what I mean? What's the
Yeah,
cops
but
going
I
to ask you
still don't
questions?
wanna
And
I don't want the whole thing of being stopped every fucking
Hmm.
10 minutes because,
No, I hear you.
hey, that lady's, fuck that.
Now, my wife brought that up because we talked about this last night because it was on the news about them possibly taking this bill up in March. Uh, and because she was concerned about that as well, and she said basically the same thing. And I said, but we're gonna have to go through a time of rehabitualizing people to understand that guns aren't necessarily a bad thing. And just because you see one doesn't make you a bad guy. Because that's the current mindset that people have now. Spooky gun, someone has a gun, right? That's how people have been brainwashed. So it's going to take some time where, oh, that guy's got a gun, and oh, that guy's got a gun, and people will start being like, well, all these people got a gun. They can't all be bad guys. So if a bad guy does pop off and do something here, I actually feel good. There's a whole bunch of people here with guns. You know what I mean? You'll start to develop that mentality. At least I think so. I've
Listen,
never been. I've never felt safer than at a gun range. You know what I mean?
so Andy Smith said, can't have any alcohol in your system with constitutional carry, but concealed carry, as long as you're under the legal limit, you are okay.
Interesting. Can't have any alcohol in your system. Well, I do know that with my CCL, I can't carry into a bar. I can't drink at the bar and have my gun on me.
Now, see, when my mom was a bartender, I know they just had to, when they walked in, they just turned him over to the bartender. In fact, my mom wouldn't even let the cops go in. She's like, you coming in here and hanging out? You're not having that, because I'm not having somebody grab that out of your, we got a bunch of drunk idiots in here. Not, no. If you're gonna come in here and you're not just walking through, then you can't have that on you. So you can either take it to your car, or you can put it back here behind the bar. But the choice, this is my bar, and you're not walking through here with that. So
Yeah, see, I guess
they
the
use
problem with
why-
that though is I guess the problem I see with that is, and again, I don't really care because free country and freedom's dangerous and all this shit, but okay, let's say you go into a bar, you turn over your piece to the bartender. That's like Old West kind of thing. You give the bartender your gun, then you're there 3 hours, you get sloshed. Yeah, here, give me back my gun. You know what I mean? And now you're off fucking walking around loaded to the gills and you're carrying a piece.
Yeah.
It could be a little iffy. But again, freedom's dangerous. What are you gonna do? I'm rather for people just being able to carry, fuck it.
I grew up where I was just, we were taught alcohol and guns didn't mix. So yes,
Yeah,
there
no,
were
they don't.
people that carried and they would go to the bar, but they knew they had to give it over. And then when the night was done, they went and grabbed it and they put it in their rig. And there wasn't I'm shooting you out in front of the bar bullshit. Except for my dad, who got shot by a cop out in front of the bar.
Ooh. Really? Did he live?
Yeah, it shot him in the leg. But this is that was again in my hometown of all of 600 people. Back then, I don't know. They probably had 600 people then too. But anyways.
Now, Hal did say exactly what I said, basically, was that it's a liability if the bartender has to give back a gun to somebody who's drunk. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And, in all reality, like I said, I grew up in a pretty small town. And so if they were, all of those people were friends with my mom. So if they were too drunk or whatever, and they 9 times out of 10, they said, leave it here. I'll come by and grab it tomorrow when I come have my drink.
Yeah.
And so they would stop by, grab it the next day, have a drink, visit with mama and be on their way. But,
Blunt Man says, my casino makes you turn in your fucking knives, shaking my head. It's a native one, so that federal law shit gets confusing. Yes, and I have a question. What do you mean your casino? Can I come? Can I come to your casino, man? Can you hook me up? Help a brother out, man. Just on the shrooms and the casino, and we'll call it even. Yeah, no, it does. The laws, too many laws. Too many fucking laws. Missy goes to a few biker bars up here and they open carry, drink, and ride their bikes home. Yeah.
Shit.
These are not
in
private
the
clubs,
hometown,
they're
in
bars.
my hometown, when my father-in-law, if he was at the bar and he drank too much or whatever, he'd drive home and he'd drive about 3 miles an hour all the way through town. They lived about a mile out of town, and he'd drive 3 miles an hour all the way home. And the cop would follow him just to make sure he got there okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they just wanted to make sure he was, on the right side of the road.
Yep. See, I miss days like that. And again, that goes with too much population, I guess. You can't just have that many cops, and there's too many crazy people out there doing stupid shit. But boy, I really do miss the days when cops could be, like small town cops, like Andy Griffith or whatever. Okay, Julie, you've had a couple of drinks tonight. Get in the car. We'll bring you home. Have your husband pick it up in the morning. No problem. Instead of instant DUI, do these things. You lose your license, making money for the state, all this shit. Fuck your life up.
Yep.
It's like, but I didn't wreck. I didn't hurt anybody. I mean, So
Well, it's just like what they do to the kids. Same thing. I mean, it used to be they'd call your parents and say,
Yeah.
"Come get this little fucker," and
Yep.
and then your parents would come get you, and then you all went to Sunday dinner the next day or the barbecue, and everybody's there, the entire family, and your mom looks straight at you and says, "Tell everybody what a nice little girl you was last night, where I had to go to get your fucking ass." Oh yeah. You know what? You usually didn't do it too many times. You kind of learned.
That's
You learned
right.
of different ways to do it without getting caught, or you just didn't do it.
Yep.
One or the other.
Rooster Cogburn says Andy Griffith was set in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's funny you say that, North Carolina. When we had the hurricane here, we had, of course, many electrical workers, linemen, from all kinds of states that came here to help put us all back together. And I got in pretty good with the guys that came down here. They were from North Carolina, and one guy said he was actually from Mayberry. I don't know if he was pulling my leg or not, but these were some good old boys. So I was shooting the shit with them. They were here like 3 days, putting the lines back together in the back of my house and shit. And one of them you can find on YouTube. Oh shit, what's his name? I'll put his name in the comment section because he's got some funny ass videos. The Discovery Channel actually invested $300,000. They were gonna make a show on this guy. So he has 2 of his pilot episodes on his YouTube channel that you can go watch. His name is Rooster McGee. Look up Rooster McGee, and you'll see him. He's just this crazy hit guy. He does rat rods and stuff like that. But what an interesting cat. So he's there, and we're having all these conversations about stuff, and of course politics comes up, and fuck Joe Biden and all that kind of stuff. But when they were done, they just were lying around on the ground in front of on my driveway, and I'm like thinking in my head, man, these guys have been working for days and days in the grueling heat. They were staying in a hotel room, and didn't have anything. And I'm like, I just didn't have. I couldn't even cook them a meal by that time because I was running out of food. Insofar as not fucking freeze dried shit, like I couldn't cook them fucking hot dogs and hamburgers kind of stuff. So I came in this room here and I'm like, what can I give them? What can I give them? And I'm like, oh shit, I got booze. So I start pulling out fucking handles of different kinds of booze, and I go outside and I handed them a box with 6 bottles. Here you guys go. It's Friday night. Go have some fun. their eyes, when they saw what I gave, they were like, thank you. It's going to be a good night tonight, you know, but what good guys. What good guys. But yeah, go look up Rooster McGee and you'll see him. It's a crazy thing. You might be able to find him if you go to my Yankee Redneck, New Hampshire, and you look in there wherever you can see who I'm sub to. You should see his page in there. He hasn't done a lot in a while, but he's an interesting cat. I don't know. Okay, so what do we think of what was okay, go ahead.
Rooster said that we should look into what the Irishmen are doing in Ireland right now. What are the Irishmen doing in Ireland?
Probably drinking. Probably drinking and fighting. Because that's what there is to do in Ireland.
Well, what are they doing, Rooster?
I don't know.
Telegram is a good source. Ooh, can I get off my computer? I think it's only on my phone.
How about that one little country in the Middle East that's shooting rockets off and bombing another country that didn't bomb them yet? I find it fucking hysterical. You know, it's just all perfectly normal. Drink, fighting, and fucking. Ooh, you're like skipping really bad there.
Getting rid of the newest citizens. They're what the?
Warping children in Ireland.
Okay, I'm looking.
Yes, Missy. That's who I'm talking about. That little country seems to get away with an awful lot of fucking weird shit.
You know, I think that's how come everything started dragging there, because we started.
Oh, because you were pulling power to looking somewhere else. So they're getting rid of the newest citizens, and I'm gonna guess those newest citizens are from the Middle East. I do know that they took in a bunch, you know, during the refugee crisis that happened a few years ago in Europe. They kind of all went to England and Ireland and places like that. I did see a whole bunch of weird stuff like that was going on there. So if they're you know, letting these people go back to their country, then cool. I'm good with that. Hell, I posted on Strategic. Him and I have a little bit of a disagreement in the philosophy of what it means to be an American and government's role and what we're supposed to do as far as these invaders and illegals. And I made sure that I put in my comment on his thing. I hope he doesn't get upset, but I was pretty blunt about it. And I said, you know, catapult these people the hell out of here. I said, stop all immigration, legal and otherwise, for at least 25 years till the whole country can assimilate and settle down into an American culture, because it's happening too fast. You're getting too much of an influx. I said, basically what I always say, and someone give me a number of what our population's supposed to be. And when the fuck does it say anywhere that we have to take people from other countries in at all forever? Because it doesn't. And I saw someone in the comments happen to quote that stupid fucking poem, Maya Lazarus or whoever it was, at the feet of the Statue of Liberty. Bring me a poor, you know, tired, hungry, dirty people from wherever, yearning to breathe free air and all this shit. That I hate when people bring that up, because that was put up by activists. That poem was not part of what the Statue of Liberty meant. The Statue of Liberty meant liberty lighting the world. And I don't believe that the Statue of Liberty, maybe Bobby can answer this. I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the statue faces out, not toward America. It faces away from America, so that way other countries can look at America and see that's how you do it. You do that shit on your own fucking country. You don't come to America to do what Americans are doing. You do it on your place. And that's how that lighting the way, I think, was supposed to work. So, yes. Okay, Bobby. Thank you. Yeah, it faces out. And they make it sound like this thing faces in, like, come on in, guys. Come on in. It doesn't. It doesn't. And I have about had it with seeing all these people coming in and just showing up like they have some kind of right to be here. And we have some kind of obligation to fix everybody's fucking ills, man. I hate to swear this much, but I think it's just so wrong. So, I mean, Strategic brought up some great points, like, the people staying in these nice ritzy hotels and they're getting their hair cut and their laundry done and room service and meals that are specially designed for them versus, a bologna sandwich. Yeah, I mean, he makes some great points, but he still wants to flip it so that homeless Americans can stay in a 5-star hotel and the immigrants can be in the shanty sort of homeless encampments and buildings and things like that, pop up, whatever he called them. And I'm over here like, is any of this the role of the government? No, it's not. I'm sorry. I realize there are going to be people that are homeless and they're going to be struggling. And matter of fact, I had a dream a few nights ago that woke me up kind of in a terror and a cold sweat. Was that I had a dream I died, and my wife was all of a sudden in trouble financially and was going to be homeless, and I couldn't sleep. I woke up, I think, at 3:00 in the morning, and I was just up. I couldn't even close my eyes again because I was just so afraid. I realized that all that I see around me that has been for the last 20 some odd years pretty secure, pretty unfazed by the differences that are going on in the country, that I mean, in all reality, a little thing like me just not being around could cause her to be homeless, and vice versa. That terrified me. So, I mean, it can happen, but it's not the government's fault to come in swooping in like an eagle and fix it.
Now you gotta look at that light.
Yeah. Howdy.
Hey, all.
You.
Oh,
Why
I had to have
Why is she wiping away tears?
No, I just had something in my eye.
That's what
She's
they always
so
say.
happy to be back.
That's what she
Brings a tear
said.
to your
I
eye.
mean,
Well, there's certain
What-
things you don't do with chili peppers, and we learned the hard way.
Ooh. Yes. Never against the bubble.
But you were just talking about something.
or
and
taffy.
I've been in and out.
just
It's been
saying.
kind of a crazy day. Mama's is sick downstairs. Petey, her cat's sick up in my bathroom. So I've been running all around. So I've been catching parts here and there. But you're talking
Sorry
about
to hear
these wonderful migrants up here in New York,
that.
right in my backyard. $500 hotel rooms per night.
And then trashing them.
70-something
It's
hotels.
insane.
And they're fucking protesting. They're protesting because all the single males that they want to send to the Brooklyn terminal, basically the boatyard, kind of like, what do they call it? It's like a barracks setup almost. It's a shelter. You know what I mean? And they're here
Mhm.
seeking asylum, right? Seeking shelter. No. They want us to pay for them to be in lavish NYC hotels and giving all this food, culturally appropriate food now, according to Mr. Swag Man
Yep.
with no plan, as Curtis Sliwa put it. This guy just wears fancy suits and goes partying all night, and on our tax dollars, we got homeless New Yorkers, we got homeless vets, we got homeless people all over New York that need fucking help, and these guys are just, you're giving them phones, clothes, cash, jobs. A major part of their reasoning for not wanting to move to the terminal, they said it's too far from their jobs. I'm sorry, I didn't know illegals were allowed to work, but NYC encourage. How the fuck they got jobs right now? First of all, second of all, we can't even. For me, it would cost me the full $500 or $600 to rent one of those hotel rooms. And you know what I would walk into? An overcrowded hotel filled with fucking trash and people stabbing each other outside, because that's what the fuck is going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, banging in the hallways and beating
Oh.
their wives, and yeah.
No, in New York, beggars could be choosers. Anyone's welcome. We don't care who you are, what you are. If you're cartel, if you're fucking ISIS, come on in. We'll put you up at the Chateau Le Maire with the mini fridge, the kind with a lock and a key. You know.
Yep.
Well, as long as all you fuckers keep paying your taxes.
Yeah, just keep paying. Just keep paying, man. Pay
And
that
here's
shit,
another
Bobby.
kicker. Biden was in the city today. Shut down the West Side Highway from 40th Street all the way to fuck down to the Battery Tunnel or whatever. I mean, they shut
was he
down
eating ice
basically
cream?
the whole southwest side of Manhattan. Traffic was backed up like a motherfucker, and he's there to talk about a goddamn tunnel and a speed rail system. He ain't talking about the crisis with and notice this. Mayor Adams is calling out that the federal government needs to do something about it. Hasn't called out Biden. Hasn't said we need to change the fucking border policies. You need to learn that immigration laws have nothing to do with enforcing our already on the books border policy, because it's doable if you abide by the goddamn laws that are on the books already. He wanted to come up, talk about a tunnel. How'd that shit work out for California? They built they're working on this great big thing, billions and billions of dollars thrown down the goddamn drain when people are working with brownouts and droughts and forest fires because of mismanagement of all the resources. They're over there. That thing ain't never getting built. And guess who's stopping it? The Democrats. The Democrat climate activists are the ones that were protesting the goddamn tearing up of the land to build the goddamn system. And the patients have taken over the asylum. I was hoping to see a rant ticker on that, but that's kind of what's going on. I'm gonna digress now and behave myself. But
So,
man, you got me fired up with this migrant shit.
so
They're
Tony
not
said
migrants.
that. So I'm changing the subject for a
migrants.
minute.
They're looking
Tony
for
said
work.
that Strategic was hating on Rick on his live tonight because
Oh,
Rick's laughing about the cops getting hurt.
I said on a comment, shit, what video was it that Strategic made? I said something like, raise your hand if you want to see, because Strategic was talking about that guy that was beaten and died. And I thought his analysis was really on point. He said things that were fair and said a lot of things that were good. Versus Officer Tater Tot, who can't help but like purse his lips and stick them right between cops' butt cheeks when he talks about any of the situations. So I said something like, raise your hand if you'd like to see Strategic Eyes and Officer Tater Tot debate this current case. And then I said, in fact, I would like to see a three-way with Tater Tot, Strategic Eyes, and Rick Gore, all talking about current policing in America and this case, and see where that goes. I think that would have been a fantastic show if you could get the three of them together.
Dead silence.
I know, right? Nobody says anything. Cool. Thanks.
Amanda, what are you doing? You're not looking at us.
No, I had
What are you
myself
watching?
muted for a minute. I was typing a comment listening to what you were talking
I'm
about.
looking at his
I didn't
wrist.
I didn't finish the comment, but I muted the mic so there was no echo input. You know what I mean?
I see.
Gotcha.
My
Sherry
sound's
from
coming
Canada
out of there. I
says.
need to get a headphones.
Sherry from Canada says she's surprised SE watches Rick. I'm not. SE actually, when Black Sheepdog turned me on to SE a while ago, he said, "Check out this guy. You might like him." He was interested in speaking to Rick, so he knew who Rick was, and I think that SE is a lot more level-headed than first blush. You know what I mean? I think that he's open to having his mind changed. I think he's open to understanding. And I think, but I also think he's pretty solid in what he believes. So it's going to be hard to move him. But I don't think it's surprising at all that he does pay attention to what Rick says. Yeah, Tatum was a cop for, actually, I think it was 7 years, but whatever. Complete contract chaser. I don't blame him. He makes good money and he did whatever. Yeah, no, I know. I'm not a fan of Tater Tot. I am subscribed to him because I kind of I like his takes on a lot of social commentary stuff, but when it comes to the police, man, I just can't get down with the guy because he loves them. He loves the police.
Yep.
Man, you guys are awful quiet.
I'm reading the comments. I mean, I think Rick.
I'm responding to people in the comments. Mute my mic because the dog's barking, and then I don't want the echo.
Okay.
I normally put the headphones on. I don't know why the dog's barking. I'm gonna go check. Amanda, you take the captain's chair, speak with him, but we're gonna keep it in this way so it doesn't pick up the monitor.
Oh. Jesus, getting manhandled.
Fuck. All right.
You on, girl?
Nice. How you been?
How are you?
Good. How's the neck since the surgery?
It's good. I actually, the other day, it swelled up for no reason. I had no idea why. Like the incision.
Oh.
Wow. I don't know. It was just, I think it might be the weather because the weather here is beautiful one day. And like yesterday was out with shorts and a tank top. Today it was flurrying. So
yesterday was like a summer.
Yeah, big
day.
shifts.
Yeah, and
Big
I'm sure it's
shifts will
probably
do a
going
lot.
to affect
I know
you.
I get crippled.
Yeah, so I know when the weather is going to be bad, but
That Arctic vortex is cock smacking us right now. Bam.
not in a good way.
Bam.
Nice. What are you doing hanging out with this guy now?
We're still friends.
Yeah.
I know you are.
You know.
You're
Yeah.
not hypnotizing her or anything, are you?
No, I came over to be here for the live.
Yeah.
So she could see the behind the scenes with the Discord and the whole deal.
I had off
Great
today.
video, by
All
the
I
way,
did was-
Bobby. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Which one? I haven't done any.
No, I like the one where you let Jesse Water do all the talking. That was good.
Jesse Water.
Yeah, it was Jesse Water,
That
right?
was the story. That was a story I wasn't sure if everybody got to see.
Yeah, it was good. I was.
I'm
glad
going to
you
start to
posted
do
it.
those a little more often. This way, they're at least out there. Ones that I find important, but I'm going to put them in a playlist of news stories worth watching. Yeah, I didn't even want to narrate over it or say anything. I thought it was something that had to be seen. I appreciate you saying that too, because not you tell them something and then you got to show them the video. Well, here's the video. Watch this
Right.
shit. You know?
Right. Yep.
But
That's
I
kind
got
of what
a
I've been
bunch of those
doing.
lined up.
You can only see you from the neck down.
There you go. I am the voice of God. Hey, I'm up here with you guys. You just can't see me.
Hey.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no, I've been doing that a lot. I've been taking videos myself on the Yankee Redneck page or channel, and just putting them in the community, just sharing. So someone else says things, and I just share it along because I'm trying to,
Yeah,
either
what's
help
like
them out or something like that. But yeah, I don't always have to add commentary. I hear my voice enough just on these lives.
Yes,
So-
I'm gonna start putting up ones that I find important because other people can lay them out better than I can.
Mhm.
And there's very few people that I like, but when there's certain things that merit, attention, I'm gonna throw them up on my channel. This way, they're there. They're also banked, so we could go back. I mean, I wish I deleted a lot of the videos I screen recorded watching the news all through the election of 2016, through the beginnings of COVID, and all the back and forths, and they bury that shit on the internet. So I want to make sure that it's at least, if you see it on YouTube, it's stored somewhere, so we could always go back to it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Because we
Nice.
bitch about shit that everyone calls us crazy for, and then like 2-3 years later, they're like, "Holy shit!" But then all of a sudden, well, now it's the new norm, and you can't criticize it. It's like,
Right.
well, you told us it wasn't going to happen in the first place. And then you said, well, some people want it, but it's still not happening. And then you said, oh, well, it's happening, but only a little bit. And then you said, well, it's happening, but here's why it's a good thing. And that's every fucking slippery slope ever between government growth, power grabs, debt ceiling raises, fucking. And you could put it to anything. Start small with what do they say? The frog on the frying pan. I'm gonna give you back to Amanda, though. Yeah,
I'm
the
one of
slow
your
boil.
subs, Missy.
I think I subbed to you too. Pleasure meeting you the other night. Hal, I want to hear Hal come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we gotta
We're
get
gonna
okay.
Hal on.
start
So
Hal like no
so-
Tony.
Tony said he got mad at one of Rick's videos where the bad guy ran over a cop in front of a house, and Rick laughed and called the cop dumb.
Mm.
Who stands
Wait a
in front of
minute.
a car like
Give
that?
me a
You
minute.
know they're gonna
Give
run
me
you
a
over.
minute. Okay.
They call that playing
Uh,
Superman or something.
And then he called Rick trash on Discord, and I said, Rick doesn't like you either, to get back at him. But Rick didn't say that. I just had to get back at him.
I would. I'm assuming Tony is saying this between Strategic and Rick. I'm guessing, right? Am I wrong?
No.
What? I'm sorry. What was
You're
your
talking
question?
about Rick like he's not in the room right now. Rick
And
can fucking
then
speak
he
for
called Rick
himself.
trash on Discord, and I said Rick doesn't like you either, to get back at him. But Rick didn't say that, and then I just had to get him back. So he's saying that Strategic Eyes called Rick trash.
Yes.
Rick, yeah, he called Rick trash
Okay.
on
So,
Discord.
so
Right.
Tony told Strategic Eyes that Rick didn't like him,
Right. I get it.
but he spoke for Rick.
Yeah. See,
We
I
should
would
just
be
tell
careful.
Rick, yo, this guy called you trash. Get at him.
I would just be careful
Woo,
getting stuck
Tony.
in the middle between those two guys.
Well, Tony and Strategic, they have like this relationship where they kind of bitch slap each other. So I don't think there's any worry there. I think it's completely, I mean, if
No,
Strategic don't like it, and I don't think that I don't think Strategic really cares one way or the other, because I've told Essie when Rick's lives are, and I kind of watch to see if he'll come into any of the lives, and he hasn't come on yet. And I know he works that night, and it's kind of hard for him.
right.
But I don't think he really, I don't think he really gives two shits, really. I think it's just a conversation that came up. But I mean, he called it.
Yeah.
Tony said he called him trash because of that video.
Right.
That's
Right.
because
Yeah, no, I get it.
Blue line. It's a thin blue line. It's a thin blue line thing. That's what it is. I was taking courses to become a cop to join NYPD. We needed 64 credits. One of the first, it was called Policing and the Community. And one of the first things that was said in that class was once you put on that uniform, you have a target on your back. You are no longer part of the civilian community. So there is that separation, and it's taught, it's division right off bat one, or whatever. Day one, that was the first thing. Once you put on that uniform, you have a target on your fucking back. Everyone's going to treat you different. You are no longer a civilian. And it's divisive, you know?
Mm.
And that's how it's taught here. That was Policing and the Community was the name of the class. I took it at Suffolk County Community College. And that's actually where they had the police academy too.
Right.
So, the first thing you're taught is you are no longer a part of the people.
Yeah.
And you do have a target on your back. You know, it's like wearing gang colors. It is.
Mm.
You know, that's why
yeah.
you need to use your discretion, because you got the power of the government behind you. You're in a gang. You're in a gang that wants to do good. So make sure that you're doing good. Keep your fucking sets in check. It's like any other gang. The only difference is you have the resources that the government gives you. Normal civilians aren't allowed to carry AR-15s and all that shit out in the open. But if you grab one, if your gang grabs one, but you're supposed to be the superheroes. So you got to keep the bad ones in check. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Broken down. That's all it is. They got government endorsement. Imagine the government endorsed the Bloods. You'd see the Bloods walking around fucking the only ones allowed to carry that shit, doing whatever the hell they wanted to.
Yeah.
They claim to do it in the name of good. Let's make sure they are. Memphis was that was horrible. What are your thoughts on that Memphis situation?
I thought it was pretty shitty. Straight up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely fucking repulsive. And I think every one of those cocksuckers should be drugged behind a fucking rig until there ain't no skin left. Sick fuckers.
Beat him like they beat him.
Yeah.
There has to be a personal link. Like I behave myself with strategic sometimes. I watched his hour-long thing about that, and I think he was right. There has to be something personal there. Otherwise, they're just thugs and low standards.
Well, they said it was one of the exes. There's a connection to one of the families.
Different shit. I also hear that it was white supremacy. Yeah. So we gotta wait for facts on. There's something we're missing.
Yeah,
that's not how that works.
Running around white supremacy.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen nor heard, other than the slight rumor thing about the love triangle. I have not seen anything that justifies the way a traffic stop was instantly escalated to dragging someone out of the car like that. I have never seen without damage to property, without a high-speed chase, without a victim, without just like the guy drove a little weird, so the cop fucking freaks out and they all show up with guns and drag the guy out of the car. That like you said, Bob, there's either something going on there that we don't know about, or judging by the vernacular and the speech patterns that were used after the beating was all done, these are fucking gang members. These are fucking gang members. Yeah. I am really surprised. If this is what community policing looks like, that's cringe. Like, who wants people speaking and acting like that and basically running around my nigga this and fucking that bitch and what? That this is the way the cops are going to be talking? I'm sorry, you're not going to engender any kind of respect or decency from anybody or support doing that. And even worse, if they did, if the community said, hey, they're just like us, I'm like, wow, that community is really fucking in trouble. You know what I mean? Because if that's the normal and you're okay with it, oof, that's bad. That's bad. But I feel bad as far as the Rodney King beating looked way worse, way fucking worse. But Rodney King lived. This guy died. That's makes this one worse. By all
Well,
accounts,
when the two cops had
seems
his
like this guy
arms
was a
and they
decent
were
guy.
fucking haymaking him,
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And then kicking him in the
Yeah,
head
clean record,
over and over.
that
Pretty
was
bad.
a fucking gang. That was a gang hit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was very, very gang style,
There was no
gangland, everything
professionalism.
thuggery.
Vicious.
There's no.
No, they went full feral.
I put up a post.
Mhm.
Hold on, give me a second. Ability, first of all, was not an issue. All about that. They're all fucking murder. Now, I got charged also with kidnap. Call in the traffic stop. So dispatch was you were conducting a traffic stop. Okay.
Mhm.
According to what I've heard, not what I validated yet. So, that I gotta wait for the data. But why would
Right.
you get charged with kidnapping? If you had official custody over him, it's not kidnapping. But you
Well,
took him to another location. You put him in the back of the car, and you
I
got
don't
charged
think
with
that's where
second
the
degree
key-
murder. So there's accountability there. There's a breach of protocol. None of that's in the training. So training has nothing to do with it. There's something that we're missing. Now, you could say it's personal for one cop. You're talking about 5 other officers. At least now they're firing the fucking firemen. They're in the EMS.
Yeah.
and
They're
they
firing
should,
everybody.
and they should.
Did you see what Andy said? More rumors that the cops were ex-gang members with felony convictions,
I'm
but
saying.
they lowered their standards and hired them.
Yeah, see,
I want to see
strictly
we have
saw-
to bring up all the records.
Records, yeah.
Yeah. As far as
Because I
the,
saw only
the-
one was accused. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. All I was going to say was, go ahead. No, go ahead, brother. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good Lord. We need a talking stick.
No, the one cop that I saw so far was only accused of beating a prisoner as a correction officer.
Okay.
So I don't know about. I haven't made any solid links to gang shit or anything yet. That's all I was.
Yeah,
saying.
I haven't seen that either. I was going to. All I was going to say was, as far as I think the kidnapping thing goes, if they did not have reasonable, if they did not have a reason, if this reckless driving thing is found to be a bullshit excuse to pull this guy over and yank him out of the car and get him on the ground, that in itself, I think, is the kidnapping. I don't think the kidnapping is later. I think that first initial contact, if in fact there was no reason to do it, is the kidnap, because it's a detention.
Well, that would be a
And it's
false detainment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm detaining you. I'm ripping you right out of the fucking car. There was no license registration.
No, that's what I mean. That was the craziest traffic stop I've ever seen.
Behind him, you wait for backup. You all open your car doors, and you get yourself in a position where you could order them out of the car, face away from us, put your hands up, step backwards, walk backwards towards me, and then you spawn them out on the ground. And you have 2 officers go up, 1 for each side. You bring the hands behind their back, and you got cover, you got watch, and you got one person giving clear orders to the person. There was 71 fucking commands in 15 minutes, and a lot of them were contradictory to each other. Put your hands up, don't move. Put your hands down, get on the floor, get on your face, put your hands up, stop moving, don't move, quit reaching. What are you doing? It was chaos.
Yeah.
There was no fucking leadership there. There was no control over the situation. And then you heard all the shit that they were talking, how they were talking. You were right about how they fucking carried themselves. But if it was just one personal thing with one cop about a goddamn ex, Are 5 other officers going to do that with body cams on? How do you what's there's something we're missing here. There's something, and I love the fact that 5 black officers beating up a black man to death is white supremacy. They're black white supremacists. We're living in a goddamn Dave Chappelle skit. This fucked. This is beyond idiocracy. And with that, I digress. There's, I'm gonna let Amanda and y'all choke. You guys were doing so good.
Because of all this, as far as I know, like NYPD, they're not allowed to take off until further notice in case of riot activity.
Oh yeah. But they're not.
There's no more days off for my brothers and my brother, and like they can't take off.
Wow.
Well, they didn't beat the guy. That ought to be enough incentive to these guys not step out of line right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll catch it in prison. They're cops going to prison.
Oh, they're screwed.
That beat an innocent
We'll
kid
see.
to death. Yeah.
We'll see. Who knows? I mean, I've seen weirder shit happen. I thought for sure the guys who got Rodney King were gonna face some fucking time, and they got off.
Yeah, I know how this is gonna be fun.
You know what though? You're right. They might want the chaos. They love and thrive off the riots.
Yeah.
They might
it makes lots of money. It makes lots
of
money. It brings a lot of power.
They like split sides.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they don't want to keep the peace. They want to keep the chaos.
Well, I want to take a moment of silence. I'm gonna take 3 seconds and light this candle. This is for Tyree, because until further notice, and I don't think he did something to one person or for all of those cops to do that. Tyree, I hope you're in a better place now than you were. That was fucked up. Unless we get an explanation, you raped somebody or something. I don't know nothing. As far as right now, that was fucked up. Yes, to Tyree. We all get behind this because that's government tyranny. What do you always say, Julie? Back the blue till it happens to you. And that's why we got a problem with the thin blue line. It ain't personal. But when you call them tater tot and all that, we understand it. We all feel that shit. That was fucked up.
Flat-chested female said, listen to the audio. One officer says this is personal.
Ooh.
I don't know, but one guy bragged about throwing haymakers while 2 other cops held the limp guy's fucking arms. I mean, how are you going to, as a man, even when I'm in a situation, a bar situation or something where it warrants me fucking hitting somebody, when 2 other guys are holding his hand, unless he killed a family member, raped my sister or something like that, there's no justifying 2 guys holding him and you're just bang, bang, bang. That's a breach of protocol. That's assault. It's 100% assault. And if it was personal, you abused it under the color of law. That's a big goddamn deal.
That's a violation of U.S. Code. Was it 286? Oh,
220. Oh, I gotta look it up.
Yeah. It's a violation of a U.S. Code, punishable by up to life in prison and or death.
Oh yes,
to violate someone's rights under the color of law.
Abusing rights under the color of law over something personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you know how many things probably happened under the radar that's personal that we didn't hear about?
This was so
all the time.
So many.
It happens all the time. We just don't hear it.
Yeah. Well, even when they're caught, like there was, I forget how many cops that were caught using their databases and access to the databases to look up, their ex's boyfriends and this and that, and fuck, all kinds of crazy
running
shit.
Anybody that they want.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
it's certain parts with certain jobs. I could show up to any store or building I worked on and just cut the power or make it look like an accident. Everybody's got perks. What do? You work construction?
Mm-hmm.
You do pavers. It's like, these things. They'll be calling us in a week. Everybody's got perks.
So
you think you got access to someone like that who wouldn't abuse it? That's what power.
Lunchman.
My thing though is if I'm caught, I don't have anybody to back me up. and make shit disappear. And I'm not part of a system that's going to protect me. I'm just, if I get
How
caught,
do you feel
I'm
about
caught.
them getting rid of the immunity?
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I feel good if they did. Yeah. Get rid of their.
Who the fuck
at
would
least
do that?
make them capable. At least put in a mechanism where they're capable of taking some of the brunt versus if they do something to you, you sue, you get taxpayer money, they get no hit. I want them to get hit. You know what I'm saying? I want them to feel the repercussions of what they did versus
do the job.
Just the taxpayer.
No one would do the job. And what I will say is, look at these officers right now charged with second-degree murder. That's accountability. That's accountability. You're going to fucking jail, bro. You beat the shit out of somebody for no good fucking reason.
I wonder if they're going to put them in Gen Pop.
But if there was some sort of blanket or a perk of having that government protection, no one would take that fucking job for what it pays, for what they got to deal with.
No.
I don't know, man. Some of these people make $200,000 a year.
Oh, yeah. You're talking to someone that lives in Suffolk County. They make doctor's wages. By the time they retire, they make like $200,000, $220,000 a year.
So if you fly right and you do your job right, you don't have to worry about someone fucking suing you. You don't have to worry about getting in trouble because the system is there for you to go to court, fight your case. Same thing that you and I have to go through.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not giving a fuck whether they want the fucking protection or not. I don't give a fuck. If they want to be those members of society that have an inner calling to a higher purpose, they'll still sign up. They'll just have to do their job fucking right. I don't believe in this protection for them, protection for this, protection for that, and none for you. You got to go through the system and you get raked over the coals and go broke. Fuck that.
Now
these people
kill people. This is the only problem. New York wouldn't have this issue if they didn't take away all our rights to self-defense. The cops are supposed to help the people. If it's something that you can't handle on your own and you need emergency services, a car accident, a disaster, something crazy going on, someone breaks in your house, you have your firearm, you take them out, and you go, this motherfucker broke in my house. We don't have those rights here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because even if you do, okay, you're not going to jail because you killed this guy, so you're not getting a criminal charge on murder. But what you are doing is you're not allowed to have this gun, not allowed to use this gun. You're not allowed to shoot a person under this kind of this and that. There's so many fucking laws here.
Yeah.
New Yorkers don't want to use it. That's why I was saying that I got mad that night when Strategic was saying we got castle doctrine here. He's a fucking cop. I'm a civilian.
Big difference.
And he goes, oh, well, all you got to worry about is if you shoot him with a gun you're not supposed to have. So you get a gun charge, not a shooting charge. And I'm sitting there going, every day they're saying, well, if you got a pistol grip in the front, now it's illegal. You're a felon. If you got this, we just signed last night at 3:00 in the fucking morning that now it's 6 rounds per mag, not 7. So you're a fucking felon and you shot him with a 7-round mag. Yeah, but you're only going for the goddamn gun charge. How about it's the Second fucking Amendment, and if someone breaks in my house or puts my life in danger, I don't get asked no fucking questions. What'd you do? I fucking put him down. Now get him out of here.
I agree.
You know, and
cops need to start to learn to look the other way when good people are doing things that they need to do. Right? Obviously nobody wants a cop in everyone's back pocket. That's just nobody wants that. So and it's not even the Second Amendment, bro. It's the fucking first principle concept that you're allowed to protect yourself, right? You're allowed to not have somebody aggress upon you and create a victim out of you. That's first principles, man. The Second Amendment has nothing to do with it other than the fact of it makes everybody equal, right? So if someone breaks in your house at 3:00 in the morning, you can pretty much figure out they got no business being there because you didn't invite them there, and their motives are probably not good. I shouldn't need to then have to go in get dragged into the police station, have them question me for fucking 6 hours till they feel like fucking letting me go, and then take me to court, and I got to hire a lawyer and go broke and all this kind of bullshit, when I didn't fucking do anything except get woken up from fucking sleeping. And then I had to do what I had to do because some dingbat was looking to create a victim, and I just didn't be it. Cops need to go, yeah, I'm not even going to ask this guy many questions. What happened? Oh, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Bad guy, he's got records. He's got a criminal record a mile long. We can look him up right here and now. You're a law fucking good guy. No problems with you. See you later. Have a nice night. Thank you for doing the fucking, the citizenry a favor. I'm tired of it, man. Bad guys get all the breaks. Cops get the breaks. Politicians get the breaks. And people like, us, no. We got to live within these weird little fucking lines that they carve out for us where you never know whether you're walking out of your house and you're committing 4 felonies before you realize it because you didn't even know they were felonies.
Well,
Because they make
because they
these
probably
fucking laws.
changed before you got home 2 felonies.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm not gonna go out of my way to create any victims, hurt anybody, or do anything nuts. You can take that to the bank, but you can also take to the bank that God help the fucker who comes to my house looking for a problem.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
100%. Yeah, don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with you. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Go
That's
work.
right. That's right. So
Well, that was like the guy during Sandy. He put a sign outside, "You loot, I shoot." Because people were driving around my neighborhood looking at us like circus exhibits. And I'm like, zoo exhibits. And I'm like, you don't live here. I know you don't live here. Get out. Like, I'm being told to get in my house at a certain time because the damn sun went down. I have to show pay stubs to get into the main road because I had where I lived at the time had a little bridge. So literally it was in and out on that bridge. I had National Guard telling me to get in my house, but during the day it was fair game. And a guy across the canal from me put a sign up, "You loot, I shoot." Because the person in the split second of him cocking his shotgun, he spun around, and because he shot him in the back, the guy is now in jail.
Yeah, see, that's
he was protecting his house. People were coming in, stealing your whole boat, just hooking it and pulling it because it was no longer in the canal. It was on either a front lawn, in a backyard, in the middle of the road. Everything was everywhere.
People got fucking robbed.
I'll
And
tell you.
they were just
Go ahead.
coming in. So we're sitting in the dark. A couple blocks away, we had to bolt down our generator inside the shed that was bolted to the house. So we took the tires off the generator, put it inside, put the tires back on, and then chained it to inside the shed.
Yeah.
They took their generator, but they started the lawnmower, left the lawnmower running, and took the generator. So they heard what they thought was their generator, but it was just a lawnmower running. They woke up to no power because you couldn't really run. There was really no gas. So you had to be limited on what time you ran whatever you were running. You had to be very specific about what you were leaving on. Generally, it was a fan and your refrigerator and maybe a lamp. In the middle of the night. During the day, you shut all your things off and just didn't open the fridge. But, people were coming in and they were putting up signs. Don't come into my home. This is my home. And the guy's now in jail.
That's a hint and a half for your ass.
Yeah.
Like, if you break that fucking rule, I don't feel sorry for you. Whatever happens.
No. I'm protecting mine.
That's right. That's like there's a guy who's in prison right now. And I disagree with this, and a lot of people don't because they blur lines. His house, elderly guy, not really old, but elderly guy. His house was getting broken into regularly. I think it happened 2 or 3 times by the same young man and a young woman. They were junkies, and they kept breaking into his basement to find shit to take. He knew about it. He didn't call the cops. He waited in the basement. The next night they came and he blew away at least one of them, he got charged with murder because he set them up. Somehow he's in the wrong.
Yeah.
Somehow
I don't follow that. I don't.
Me neither. Like you totally absolve these people of multiple times breaking into this dude's house.
What they were gonna do, it's his fault.
Yeah. No,
Fuck.
I'm sorry. Fuck you.
But if he would have told the police, "Oh, hey, they're gonna be here," they wouldn't have posted up a car outside, because now you're using money on what ifs.
That's right. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I know if I was on that guy's jury, I would have voted jury nullification. I don't believe in that you're charging this guy with what you're charging, and I don't believe you. Fuck you. You'll never get me to say he's guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And people need to start understanding that is something you can do if you ever get called to jury duty. The only thing is you can't talk about it, and you can't talk about it with anybody else there, and you can't tell anybody what your plan is. You just have to just quietly go in there and know in the back of your mind that if I hear this thing out and it's some so stupid ass thing like what I just told you, I'm voting not guilty. I don't care. But he shot them. We know I don't care. Not guilty.
Yeah, don't care. I would do the same thing.
Yeah. I hope any fair-minded American would. Any fair-minded legal person who doesn't want to live in fear and be a victim from somebody else's fucked up life. I really believe we have too many problem people running around, and there are too many people going, we have to help them. No, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't. We have to end them. And then we have to end this cycle of people raising these fucked up individuals and start putting some common sense back into things. Like, it's probably not a good idea if you're 15 to get knocked up by some Joe thuggery and raise the kid by yourself, and you don't have an education, and you can't provide nothing for this kid, and he's going to grow up to be a little creep too. So let's stop promoting that. Things like that. I'm not saying just for women, also the men too. Like, stop sticking your dick in and leaving seed. You can't do this. It's crazy. I don't know. All I know is this is not a world I want to live in, and I don't like many of the things I see, and I wish there was more of a peaceful way to go about making change, but I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah. And even if you do something good, like I've lived in some rough neighborhoods, but I noticed a bunch of bikes on my neighbor diagonal from my old house, and I was like, this guy don't have kids, like they're all grown. He's an older man. And I noticed that his front door was open. So I knew what was going on. There was a bunch of kids. They were going to rob the guy. I knew he was home alone. His kids moved out of state. So I called my brother. I have a twin brother. I called him and I said, let's go. I think he's getting robbed. My mom was home. She knew. I was like, if I need you, I'm going to scream for you. We always had a bat and a pipe by the front door, no matter what. Always had it there. We each grabbed one. I grabbed the pipe. He grabbed the bat, and we went. We got them out of the house. I walked in, didn't say nothing. I just started swinging. Get out! Like they were on this old man. Just the other kids were ransacking them. There was 2 kids on the guy, and I was like, this isn't happening. They started running. One of the neighbors must have seen us go in, called the police. They noticed, something was up, instead of them going over like I did, because I wasn't gonna sit there. Hold on, let me call. Like, I know this man's elderly. I'm going over there. I got to handle it quick because I don't know what they're doing to him. Yep. So we went over there, and my mom was like, I hear the police coming. She came over and was like, give me the bat, give me the pipe. And I stood there and I was like, yeah, no, this is what I saw. This is what happened. And at that point, it was so long ago. We didn't have doorbell cameras.
Due to the increase in healthcare prices, snitches will no longer be getting stitches. They go straight to the
yeah, so the cops came and they were like, I was still a kid, I was I think a freshman in high school. So nothing was going to happen to me. But I told my mom, I was like, go back home. You're an adult. Go back home. You know, I spoke to the cops. I called, the daughter's number was on the fridge. I called her, let her know what was happening, you know, handled everything. He ended up going to the hospital because they did some damage to his face. And I stood there until the kid, to his daughter got there. But what happens if I wasn't there? You know what I mean? Nobody would have said anything. The man probably would have been laying in there. But because these kids get away with so much, and they probably see their parents getting away with it, they think, all right, mommy and daddy could do dirt. Well, look at what they're getting out of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the overarching problem is everybody's getting away with everything, right? I mean, if we really stop and think about it, and you just look across everything, I mean, the trans people get what they want, the gay people get what they want, the thugs get what they want, the criminals get what they want, the cops get what they want, the politicians get what they want. You don't get what you want, though. You just want to be left the fuck alone to live your good life, earn your money, raise your house, have some kids, mind your business. You don't get to do that, but everybody else does.
Well, we do, though.
Well, kinda.
We do, though. I pay whatever I pay for the state tax. Okay?
Yeah.
Always been a thing. Always been a thing. I get to where I'm going. I work. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody coming to my house fucking with me.
You can't even carry. You can't even pack.
What?
Pack?
You can't even pack. You can't even keep yourself armed.
I keep a nice blade on my side at all times, and I'm not going to disclose anything on here, but I'm fine wherever I go.
I'm saying legally.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, not legally.
I'm here. I mean,
yeah,
I'm good.
Okay, I'm here where I'm at, right? I live
in. You could go out looking for it. I do have to say this much: the news does amplify.
Sure.
It to an extent. I work in the fucking city. I live on Long Island. Now I could tell you how you could get away with shit on Long Island much easier than the city, but I could also tell you that the city's not in fucking flames right now. You know, because I see it. I'm there. You know, I mean, with the George Floyd shit, yeah, everywhere I went, the stores were empty. There was fucking plywood everywhere, and there was fucking riots.
It was a ghost town.
With this, there's not the turnout. It's not. I'm working in the city. You know what I mean? Like it's and then I see the news and I'm like, they're what do they call it? Where they sensationalize it to a bit. Now I will say wait. They ain't lying about the subways. Don't go in the store. You're in Portland. Yeah, you're fucked.
And I'm telling you what, it's a fucking trash hole.
Yep.
It's a hole.
Yeah.
Now, that
New
just
York.
No, I keep hearing stuff about your state.
It's nasty.
The drugs are crazy. It's a free for all.
It's everything. No matter where you go, you drive down the road. There's trash everywhere. It's nothing. I mean, this used to be a beautiful state. It's not anymore.
It's a beautiful state.
Rowdy Rody Bobby says, "You're oppressed, Bobby. You just don't see it. Your brain has been programmed." Thoughts?
What happened?
Rowdy
You're oppressed.
Rowdy Rody says, "You're oppressed, Bobby. You just don't see it. Your brain has been programmed." Thoughts?
No, you're not on the Discord. We're on fucking YouTube right now. Rowdy Rody, you need to be situationally aware. Okay, so the fact that we're talking to you on YouTube, like I said, I'm here. I'm cool. I don't feel oppressed. And you could ask Yank and Gutter. I got a pretty free thinking mind. My whole thing is out of the box. Don't worry about me. I'm cool.
I will say this about.
I'm still unvaxxed in New York. I work in the city, unvaxxed.
I thought I was talking.
I'll just give you this. I'm sorry. Yes.
That's all right. I was just going to say that as far as the oppression thing, I get what you're saying. You know, like I do my thing and I'm really kind of not bothered. But how about this? If my grass grows too long, someone shows up and writes me a ticket.
Not
How
where I'm
fucking
at.
dumb is shit like that?
Are
Right?
you in an HOA?
If
Yeah,
the
that's a HOA thing.
if the numbers on my house I take down because I paint them and I don't put numbers back up on, someone writes me a ticket. If I
you
have
paint-
too much of a percentage of grass, if I don't have enough percentage of grass in my landscaping, someone gives me a ticket.
That's HOA shit,
To
though.
paint your
No,
house.
but I don't live in an HOA. This is the town, the city.
Jesus.
So
Christ.
It's the bylaws. I mean,
well, yes,
where
but
you
to say that we're
where
not
you wanna
oppressed
be at.
is crazy. I
we're-
should be able to go outside and take a shit on my front lawn if I wanted to.
We're not free. We're not. I don't
No,
give
we're
a
not.
fuck. You call it oppressed. I
No,
don't give a
no.
fuck
Oh
what
no,
you
yeah,
call it.
we're
We are
not.
No,
in
I
any way.
undoubtedly concur with that. Even you never own your land. You never own it.
Right.
Property tax. The fuck is a property tax? Fuck out of here. Oh, you're renting. It's renting. It's rent.
Yep.
If you owned your land, there is no tax on it. They're literally saying pay your VIG to own this land. And if you don't, we're just going to take it from you by force with government backup. That's why when you see something like the Kyrie Irving that's a whole nother fucking set of videos. But Tyree Nichols, when you see that cops like that will team up gang-like and fucking take out a civilian with their government resources, that's where I'm like, oh, fuck your gun laws. Fuck you. I'll own what I want. I'll have what I want. And unless I'm creating a victim, you'll never hear of me.
That's right.
I'm here on the internet. I'll say what I want. The guns I have in New York, for the record, are New York compliant, legal.
Cool.
You know, but I got places all over the place. So if I want to go upstate, the laws in that area are a little bit different than Long Island. If I go to my friend's house in Virginia, I might have guns there that are safe in safekeeping, but they're in a state that they're legal. So as long as I don't bring them back to New York, and New York's pretty easy. You get a slingshot, and you just you yell a couple of words a few times, most times, and you get the fuck out of here because New York's filled with a bunch of pussies, bunch of idiots.
Lunchman D says, I'm in the suburban area, but no, it moved. Hold on. I'm in a suburban area, but no HOA or city limit laws with code enforcement. Neighbors get along and don't hassle each other. Yeah, I mean, that's all fine and good, but sometimes they drive around looking for problems. You know, the code enforcement guys. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, literally, they have, if I want a shed, my shed can only be 8 by 10. That's as big as it can be. And if I want to put a shed in my yard, it has to go if you're facing my house, it has to go in the backyard on the left-hand side, so many feet from so many feet from the border of my land in the back, and so many feet from the border in the land to the left. I can't put it on the right-hand side for whatever reason. I can't put it in the middle. I got to put it over there.
And when he gets a blowjob from his wife, it can only be in their second bathroom with his dick on the left-hand side of her mouth and the door locked I'm sorry. But
that sounds good. I happen to have the second bathroom with a door lock on it.
But do you guys get one thumb up the butt or two? I get two.
He's getting
do you get a kiss before?
You know what?
No, not unless you tell me.
Oh boy. So
He's-
about
he's
11,000
He's getting no kiss.
La 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 la. No kiss. No kiss
No
for
kisses
you.
for you.
No. Flat
Yeah, no,
Justin
I-
Cena.
I
TMI.
mean,
Your breath stink
everything-
anyway.
Everything is getting so nuts in this country. It's the planned demolition. I was listening to Tim Pool just before we get on here, man, and he did a good show. And yeah, this is planned demolition. He did a good 30-minute
Tim
on
Pool,
it.
you know
and,
You know what I liked about him? He used to be a hardcore like leftist, but he's
Oh, yeah.
intellectually honest. And
he's getting there. Yeah.
you know, it's he tends to be a very objective lens to things because it wasn't Trump that brought him to Trump. It was the craziness of the left where you realize something just doesn't make sense. It's complete chaos, and you know. And I'm not on the Republican or the Democrat side. It's the uniparty
No, me
system
neither.
that's got to go.
I'm with.
I think
am
you guys
really,
need to keep
really.
DeSantis. Hold on.
What's that?
I said I think you guys need to keep DeSantis for now. You need it.
We'll see, man. I don't know if he fucking runs, I'm going to be kind of mad because Trump is declared running, and it is just going to be a shit show, and no one's going to win on that one.
No, and then you lose DeSantis if he wins.
Yeah, I know. But it's going to be what it is. I mean, again, I am slowly stepping away, like you just said, from the right, from the left. I don't want to fucking hear from them. I think they're all a little fucking kooky, and I'm going to just kind of think my own way. I've had it. I can't do this party shit anymore. I've seen it happen too many times, too many swaps, and nothing changes. Everybody talks a big game and nothing happens. Well, shit, I wrote that on that video you made where it's like, I'm fucking dizzy because all this evidence keeps fucking coming out that is common sense, clear as day, and all it does is just go in a circle and goes nowhere. You know, I think it was the Hunter Biden crap, I think, whatever that video was that you made. But yeah, it's like, okay, here it is in black and white. This is what they did. Well, I accept responsibility for it. Oh, well, that's okay. Okay, good enough. That's cool. What? No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, maybe my magazine detaches from my fucking lower because it was legal the day I bought it.
Yeah.
I didn't pin it in. It's legal. It's grandfathered. It's in my name.
Yep.
But you mean that if my mag could come out and another one could go in, suddenly I'm a felon? Well, I take responsibility for it. Come and take it.
That's like
come and I didn't lose that in a boating accident.
he's-
That was fucking legal when I bought it, and I'm not gonna keep saying that and pussyfooting around. Fuck you. It was legal when I bought it. When a stroke of a pen, I'm a felon. Fuck you. Come and take it. That's all the fuck I'm gonna tell you.
That's
I'm not playing that game.
Yeah. That's like our favorite guy that we all got together and we all met at, right? Our favorite guy on this show that we all go see every
Who could
Saturday
kick
night.
strategic guys' ass? I'm just.
Oh, you mean woo doggies?
I
the liberal tree.
I'll tell you what, man. There's a couple of things that I just don't understand, and I am not dogging the guy. And if he has a problem with what I'm saying, he's got my phone number. So
Yeah, bait.
Well, he's the no show.
I will just say this: I do not understand his constant. The fucking left, the fucking liberals, and it's like if you say to him, dude, two wings of the same bird, nah, he don't want to hear it, and it's like, but dude, how much shit do you need to see before you realize just because one gives lip service to some shit doesn't mean they're not doing the same shit just a little slower than the side you really hate. They're all the fucking same.
Well, not completely. One's
Not
on the right
completely, but
side of history.
I mean, the differences are pointless.
One actually holds. We're not talking about the parties here. We're talking about the people. The people on the side of the issues. Okay. The people are.
Okay.
We're gonna take your guns to save the children, but we're gonna firebomb your offices that want to help women get through a pregnancy. If you decide that you want to outlaw it as per Constitution here in the state, New York just said they'll ship pills to anyone. You want abortions? New York will pay for it. We'll also put you up in lavish hotel rooms if you jump the border and get your ass up here real quick. I hear Abbott makes it pretty easy. You just get on this beautiful coach bus, you get fed. It's like 4 meals, 3 movies, and suddenly you're in the Big Apple and you get to stay in the Trump Plaza Hotel itself, you know, as featured in Home Alone 2. No. This fucking state is absolutely nuts. I don't know. I'm gonna end that right there because I'm going off on
Rowdy makes a good point here. He says, "Who says either are really in charge?" And I agree with that. Neither one of them are fucking in charge.
Now,
they
what
are
about the
beholden
people?
to the groups that pay them to get their fucking money to get reelected? That's what they do.
Now we're talking about politicians. Let's
Yeah.
let's segue this to if you were to judge history on who is on the right side, you have leaders, and we all know it's universal that absolute power corrupts. Okay, don't matter what side.
Yes.
We see that. We call them rhinos. I call them uniparty, establishment, the machine. Go in their own fucking gravy train. Okay, there's no rhino Republican. We got some new conservatives in there, the far right and far left. Well, there's a big fucking difference. The far left, the people who actually endorse and sign on to that shit, are Marxist, brainwashed into thinking that socialism works. Oh, communism failed there. No, it didn't. Communism did everything that fucking system's designed for. And I tell people all the time, don't create a goal. I want to lose 50 pounds. And then you focus on that goal of losing 50 pounds. So you work out a couple of days, then you eat like shit, then you work out a couple of days. It's like, no. Create a system to get to your goals. The system is I'm going to start waking up at the same time every morning and going to bed at the same time every night. And what I can add to that after I get that routine down is when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to go for a walk. Don't go jogging. These people that fucking go running all the time, they need joint replacements like a motherfucker. A brisk walk, a good walk. Get up, get out of bed at the same time on a routine, and then start going for walks. Now you're getting some cardio in, you're getting some fucking movement in. That system is a part of it. So what do you got? Now you got exercise under your belt. And then you start changing your diet. I'm going to start eating vegetables. I'm going to start eating less fast food. That's a system. You go by what you eat. Well, that'll help you big time with losing weight. So now you're exercising and you're eating healthy. Those are systems. If you wanted to lose weight, get healthier, get in shape, there's 3 goals right there with one system. It's systems over goals. And we are adopting the wrong systems to achieve short-term selling points as goals. Affirmative action is a bad fucking system. It's systemic racism. Systems over goals. You don't want to segregate. You don't want racism. Stop creating and adopting racist policies. That's a bad system to achieve your goal. It's all relative. Systems over goals. I'm muting. Where's my rant ticker? I'm trying here.
I know you're trying. You don't get one tonight. You'll live. I'm trying to follow your line of logic as to what that has to do with the 2-party shit.
Systems.
Okay, systems. But both of them lead to the same place, right? Both of them lead to government power.
Not of the
government
people.
Collection of money, government irresponsibility of money, government
No,
taking rights.
not in the view of the people. Of the parties, yes.
Not
Of
in
the
the view of the
people.
people.
The people on the left
what do you mean?
trust the government to make those changes. The people of the right are like, we're not supposed to be dictated to how to live our lives by the government
Listen,
at all.
See, I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree
think
too.
I think the people on the right are just as happy to go, yeah, man, as long as it's the people on the right making the decisions, we're good.
I think that's half our fucking problem. We've been the silent majority for too fucking long. We've done this shit for way too long. It's gotten us nowhere. Being this laid back people that don't do anything. Oh, don't do anything. It'll all work out in the wash. Fuck that. It ain't working out in the wash. And here's the
Nope.
other thing. Those politicians,
policy.
yes, if I have to vote for one, you can bet your sweet ass I ain't voting for no liberal piece of shit. But I
Leftist.
think if they're a politician,
We're
they're
liberals.
nothing but a piece of shit, and they're not doing any of us any favors. We need to clean the fucking slate, and until we realize that, we are going to continue to have these government problems.
It's the party, not the
Right,
people. We're
yeah.
separate. It's us versus them. They are the ruling class.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the
So,
biggest
it-
problems,
That's
right? That
where
there
the
is
distinction of people and politicians. Once you get into office, you're not a people. Same thing with the police force. Us versus
Yes.
them.
Yes.
It's the same divisive. We have a ruling class complex in this fucking nation. They forget that they're servants. They're not officials. They're not royalty. They're not my mommy or my fucking daddy. You're another person that takes painful shits who's lucky to even collect a salary to serve us. And you ain't doing me no fucking service. You are servants. You are below the people. You are saying, I will bar back for free to make sure you always get the beer you want when you come into the goddamn bar you paid to come to. It's you are our servants. You are not the government. You don't deserve more than the people. Fuck out of here. You're lucky we let you have weapons and military and pay for it. You're lucky we give you fucking details with security and big lavish fucking mansions that we fucking pay for. Build a wall around your fucking mansions in Martha's Vineyard. You're welcome. Fuck you. You're my employee. And I don't see it any other way. I never will. Fuck you. It's
Andy Smith asked me personally
another
a question.
Still no checker? All right. I'm done.
Andy Smith asked me a personal question. Says, Yank, which would you rather feel safer living around, leftists or conservatives? That's a good question.
Safer. Oh, it's easy for me. Safer,
On-
definitely conservatives.
On the face of it, I would have to say conservatives. But that's such a broad label these days. And it's almost a label without a fucking definition at this point. Because I haven't seen conservatives conserve jack shit. So
Did you freeze? I think he froze.
Yank, where'd you go?
it's almost like
Come back, Yank. There.
Oh, you put the
Oh,
fucking
there he
Houdini.
is.
You on the
He
other
moved.
side. Bang! You all saw that?
That's right.
yeah, I
Like
got-
playing
right
Mortal
out.
Kombat in the fucking 90s. Bang!
I'm losing my fucking Wi-Fi signal for some. It always happens.
It always happens at the end.
Yeah.
No, it's his wife going, fuck you. I'm getting online now. Kiss my ass. We're done.
I think conservative is a bit of a catch-all and a label without a distinction. I think it's pretty watered down.
There used to be a term for us. Do you know what it was?
What?
Who could name the term for what our mindset was once labeled as?
Rebels.
That's misused. It's misused today. We are liberals. Liberals. Liberty.
yeah.
No
Well,
government.
that's something that I often
They
laugh at
confuse
when
the terms. They call liberals leftists liberals. No, they're not. They're fucking Marxists. And it's
even
gonna
when
lead right
people
into communism.
even when people use the word progressive in a derogatory term, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like microwaves? Do you not like fucking washing machines? Do you not like, because a progressive person kind of looks at the way things are and goes, maybe there's a better way to do it. Whereas a conservative would go, no, man, it's still best to take your laundry down to the fucking creek and beat them on the board with a piece of soap, right? Because they're stuck in fucking yesterday. So, I mean, there's two ways to
that's
look at
actual
things, right?
progression. The problem is the
Well-
policies that the progressives sign up
I
for
agree
are
with-
regressive.
Yeah, I
See,
agree
I
with what
think we
you're
need to
saying.
go back to
Segregating.
simpler. I think we need to go back
We
to
have
simpler
black only
times.
graduation. I
I
mean, we're
agree with Gutter.
what?
We need to go back to basics.
Yes.
I agree too.
We need to go back to
Yes.
the river and scrubbing our clothes and quitting with the foo-foo shit and just living, getting it, and enjoying the moment instead of living in some other fucking world constantly. We need to go back to basics. We need to get rid of all this shit.
You could bring your phone out and we could all have scrub time together.
No phones.
Well, my
No phones,
washboard
no
has your
nothing. But here's the
washboard
problem.
going.
Here's the problem, Gutter. There's too many fucking people. That's the and I said
no,
this
there
last
isn't.
week.
There we go.
A
Want to kill?
bunch of
You
them
know,
will
Man,
die
oh my
off.
God. There are too
You
many
know what?
fucking people,
Would die
dude.
off.
Well, that's the problem, that no one wants to be honest enough to say people need to go.
well, we let Darwinism come back. Make
It
make
will
a
happen. It
roundabout.
will just
Let
happen.
it circle
You'll-
back.
it
But
will happen.
I will tell you, you missed it before I put in a comment. We're gonna end up signing off because you guys were hosting a killer live.
Wait a
That's
minute.
why
I have to say
wasn't
one thing
coming.
really quick, Bobby. Do you
Yeah.
understand that most people could starve to death even if there was food right in the pantry because they wouldn't know how to actually fucking cook it? Like,
Well,
so
as
can
we
you
say
imagine
in New York,
if we didn't have
fuck them.
grocery stores and all of that shit? They'd starve to death. It wouldn't be long, dude. It
Done.
wouldn't be long at all.
Fuck them. Enjoy your fucking cities.
That's
Fuck
what I'm
'em.
saying. We wouldn't have too many
That's
people
the
for
view.
long.
Takes a few days
yes,
for the
I agree.
craziness.
But you will have a
okay?
bunch of
Yeah, fuck 'em.
you will have a bunch of people who are morons going, but we have to save them. What about the children? What about the poor
They'll
old
starve
people?
with them.
Yeah,
They'll
I
starve
agree.
with
They'll
them.
go down with them.
I
because
agree.
all their
Go.
They'll
resources
starve
will
with
be
them. So
gone.
that whole system will just
Fuck it.
go.
Yeah, you go give them your rations. Good, but I ain't giving you no more. They're rations. Fuck
Agree.
it. Good,
Yeah, I mean,
No, I agree.
whatever. Darwinism. That's called Darwinism. Survival
Bring
of the
back
fittest at that point.
Darwinism.
Fuck that. Fuck you. No, I
Get
mean,
rid of
Tony.
certain
participation trophies. Bring back Darwinism.
I have to set something straight. You know what, Tony? Fuck you. Yes, I would. I would definitely wash my clothes by hand.
It's gonna be one.
I
That's
don't
it.
even
I
have a
expect a
dishwasher
YouTube video.
that works in my
I'll
house.
do one. I will
my
wash
own
clothes
dishes.
by hand. Get a washboard. I will. Yeah, we should all do it. We should make a nice fun cut of it of all of us fucking
Down at a
washing.
river.
I have a washboard.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I own a van.
I don't even know where
go
you'd
down by
find
the
a
river.
washboard.
Secondhand store for sure.
You could use your
Yes.
hands.
No. Second, third, fourth, maybe fifth hand store. Yeah.
You'd have to go straight
That's
to the
funny, man.
Amish and be like, "Hey, yo, can I borrow one of those?"
Get a churner
Well,
while you're at it.
Who's trying? You could churn the butter.
I'd churn
Yeah,
all
I'm
that.
telling you. I think it is.
I
We
love,
need to go
I
back to
love having
basics.
these conversations. I agree.
Do you really?
I agree. Yep. Totally. And those that die.
Yeah.
That's true. And I will
What?
tell you in the one case, if you got to carry grandma on your shoulders or strap her to the roof of the Winnebago and she's just going to consume resources and be a vegetable, I will agree with you, Yank, that there is a consideration to kill grandma at that point.
I don't want to be old around yet.
I know you like to kill grandmas willy-nilly, but that's one time that I'll be like, all right, you have to do risk-reward ratios, and all of you die, but grandma lives
Grandma
another
can
day.
still make
or
biscuits, so we're keeping
you,
her.
you fatten up a moose, and then you take the moose down after you gain its trust, but hopefully grandma ate a lot of garlic bread. She's pre-seasoned, and I'm okay on that. Yeah, well, you've never been in a plane crash, have you? Neither have I, so I don't count anything like. You might have to eat people. I might eat people on the way down, just in case we do crash. And I don't get a chance to cook nobody.
Eating exactly?
I forgot what it was. But we could kill grandma on the bug out.
I think we should all trade grandmas so they could take their teeth out and give us gum jobs.
Oh, geez.
I don't have a grandma.
Okay. Bobby has left the chat. I'm telling Jesus on you guys.
Hey, they could serve a purpose anyway.
Order water, and it saves you a lot of money on wine.
I could do a fun trick when I walk by a church. Holy water boils.
Nice. God, you guys are sick.
I do what I can.
You make me talk some ill stuff.
We're all friends here.
What's that?
I said we're all friends here.
Yes, we are. And I think that's what's great about
Tuesdays. I see you more than I see my family.
Nice. Yeah, man. Because this is what's fun about this show, because I really like that we just everybody just shoots from the hip. It is what it is. And we all respect each other. We don't always all agree and all that, and that's fine, man. But we don't. There's no grudges and shit. What's that, Bob?
Well, what's funny is every week one of us will go, oh, I don't know. Did I really feel like doing it? A lot of times Yank will be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really feel like doing it. But once I get here, I'm really fine. And so sure shit, every time, both of us by the end of the stream are going, right on. Fuck yeah. Glad we did it.
It is to do, because everybody's got life going on, and then you gotta come on, you gotta be in one place for a certain amount of time. I mean, we're actually setting a record now. You guys Yank wanted to shut it down 2.5 hours. We're at 3:11. You know what that is? KKK. I think he did that one on purpose. You can tell by his bald head. I'm not gonna point anything out, but you notice all that. Well, you got to thank the man. He doesn't leave dander around. Fuck the rest of you females.
You know what?
My mom did my laundry once, and I pulled the fucking long hair out of my ass crack. You females with this hair everywhere. I'm telling you, it's forensics. They all watched the first 48 and forensics files. Yeah, watch it. It's not by accident. They don't shed.
Hey, you have dingle balls that hang from the crack of your ass. So shut the hell up.
No, I don't. I keep it clean and tight. Thank you. No, you ain't gonna find that here.
Bobby, you've lived with women. Let me ask you a question. How come they are so sneaky that they can come up and take a hair off their head and wrap it around your dick 7 times, and you don't even notice? Because that, I don't know if I'm assuming you've lived with women. That always is a fucking thing. Why does that happen? Have you never had that happen?
I think we gotta come up. Okay, we gotta come up. But let's go back to elementary terms. A hypothesis, a procedure, and a conclusion. So my hypothesis is they want to touch your cock. We're gonna turn off the camera for the procedure, and then we'll join you back for the conclusion.
There you go. I think they just want to mark their territory. So if some other chick happens to be looking around,
they drop
it's like, who's this red hair belong to?
100%. Right now, I have purple and blue hair. Let me catch a blonde hair. Well, not right now. We're friends, but I'm just saying. Well, I might hurt you. I licked it. It's mine.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Okay, so we're
He
just
licked his chip and stuck it back in the bag. Don't eat the chips, ladies. Don't eat the
don't
chips.
forget to tip your waitress.
What did I do? He's leaving.
It's because he got
a
a
little
Woody
shy.
because he said you said you licked it.
And now it's yours.
And now it's yours. He's going to look. He's going to see what's on. He's going to see.
He's going to look for the hair.
He's going to look for the hair.
Mm.
Oh shit. Well, actually, he did have a pretty good point. I mean, what is it? 11:15. What do you got? You want to keep going?
It's 8:15.
It's 11:15 here.
It's 11:15. You're outvoted. You and your screwy
gotta be up.
Pacific time.
You know I love you guys because I got to be up and out the door at 3 a.m.
Oof. Oof.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it takes me about an hour and 45 to get to work, but if
Get
you're doing
the
road work,
hell out of here.
Well, hey, leave the light on because you don't want a hairball tonight.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I miss you guys.
Kia says it's 5:15 p.m. in New Zealand. Well, she's a day ahead. So that's nice.
Missy, we are friends.
Flat-chested female, best live ever. I'm definitely watching it again tomorrow. Nice. 10:15 where Rowdy Rody is. Another hour to catch up.
Yeah, I think we can leave it on. I think there's nothing that we said that's gonna get us.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Don't get the vaccine because you'll all be retarded and die of a heart attack. Who? What? Who said that?
Ooh. What was that?
Died suddenly.
Flat-chested female.
Yeah, you guys are crazy, man. Hi, Maureen. Good to see you. I'm sorry we missed
Everybody-
a couple of you guys when you came
He did.
staggering
He
in a
stopped
little
and
late.
grabbed the scissors.
Everybody's talking about Bobby inspecting his bathing suit area.
His danglies in the crack of his ass.
Be
Can't
careful
have
trimming
no
that
dingle
taint, man.
balls.
Oh,
He's going to
God.
inspect it.
Yeah, he didn't come back. Now I'm concerned.
Did he take a mirror with him and a flashlight?
Well, I think I seen him grab a pair of scissors there. So
he's probably standing on
Uh-oh.
the vanity, bent over.
Right,
He's
right.
pretty limber.
One on the toilet, one on the vanity, mirror, flashlight. Yeah. Gets pretty interesting.
If I hear a thump, he fell over.
that's right.
Right. Quick run, check on him.
Bobby, I swear I was in a public bathroom. Damn it,
Let's
stop.
see.
I'm
He's
blind as a
plucking his
bat, but
bubble hairs.
I will find somebody's hair and be like, what is this?
And what is that? Oh, me too. I sniff that shit out.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, that's not my perfume. What is this?
Mm.
Demon ass motherfuckers.
How's everything? How'd it turn out?
Dingle balls are good.
Everybody's talking about
That
balls.
taint is shiny now, huh?
You cleared the runway there, Bobby.
There was no coitus tonight.
No, not
You
that.
So
know,
you
calm the
did
fuck
what?
down.
So you did do a dingle ball check.
So wait, if we didn't do anything, why are you checking?
I didn't. I went
Oh.
outside for a smoke because I smoked cigarettes,
He,
and I
he
needed one
did.
after that. Got me a little on the.
Oh,
a
it
little
was, Gunner was
old school.
right.
Made me blush. I'm in the
Aw.
wrong
Got a
fucking
little
set.
excited.
That's cute.
And he went
Nice.
outside, smoked a cigarette, and touched himself. Bobby, if you just wait, we'll be off the live here soon.
Oh,
Every time I think about you, I touch myself. Ooh.
I told her to leave the light on so she doesn't get no hairballs.
Bluntman says this video is brought to you by Manscaped.
Oh, here we go.
Clear
we
the
go.
runway.
You know, I'm cool with it. Now,
oh, now what? What more is there?
Flat-chested female said to smell his fingers.
Oh, jeez.
sniff this.
No,
Hey,
No,
Bobby,
Officer Green.
Bobby, just wait till you're in your 50s. That hair that you're talking about back there is like in a Pantene commercial when you take a shower. Doing this.
I am not talking about any hair anywhere. You guys
find
don't
that
brought that up. You want to talk about hair crack hair?
I'm just letting you know what's in store for you, buddy. That shit's
I'm
gonna start
lucky enough
growing.
to be I had the German took over my skin, the German and the Irish. So I'm fair skinned, which is a bitch, but I'm also light haired.
Sheepdog
For
said
an
Brazilian wax, or for Bobby, an
Yes.
Italian wax.
You
I
know
need
what
the
an
Italian wax.
is? Hey, pass that fucking shit, you bogard.
Dude,
It
if
includes
you
the
do
anal
that-
bleaching.
If you do that, make sure you get it on video.
No,
I'll live stream it.
no, it's not happening.
Can we do that?
No,
You can-
It'll be fun.
I
She'll
pierced
put a
my
sticker
nipples
over
once
your
at a party.
butthole.
I'm
It
done
will be
doing dumb
fine.
shit like that. No,
Yeah, it'll be the
You
little smiley
pierced your
face. Have a nice day.
myself.
Yeah, a little happy face
Yeah.
on your butthole. She'll cover your butthole with the sticker.
Show us your butthole.
It'll be a cute little balloon knot.
We're soliciting sex now. That might get us a strike.
Well, I called it a balloon knot. They don't know what
Listen,
I'm talking about.
Nobody has autographed my chest in fucking months, and it's staying that way.
Ew.
Oh, that was broadcasted publicly. Yeah, I
Um,
got everybody's autographs.
Plum Man says, Tony G, them Italians have more hair than skin. I can vouch for that, except on the top of your head. That goes away.
mm.
But yeah, I don't know what happened. The hair fell off my head, fell on my back, grew
Jumped onto your
roots.
back.
Huh?
You wear a sweater when you go out.
Yes. Yes, it's crazy. It's all
We should
patchy
etch
and
some
shit.
things
It's
into
fucking
you.
weird. What?
We need to talk to your wife.
I know. Well,
We'll just get a little
you know what?
buzzer.
We're just at the age now where who gives a shit, right? Who
Yeah,
cares?
as long as it doesn't stink, who cares?
That's right.
Yeah.
Braid the shit, put it in cornrows, run on a beach.
Oh, you
Call
get
it 10.
back tails. You get back tails. Yeah, I want fucking pictures of fucking back tails. Yeah, that's it. That's the new trend. Watch everybody
We
go.
told
with it.
you that
We-
you can
I
have
know.
butthole tails too.
Nice.
Yeah.
You
I
just-
don't have ass hair like that. I'm very fair skinned. I'm German, Irish, and Italian. I got lucky.
you just
I got very
wash
lucky.
it
I
with
can't grow a
Pantene.
fucking beard. Look at Yank with that mustache. We call it a
You
mustache.
guys didn't even
That's
notice
where
how
it's
much
so
I trimmed
full of
off this
flavor.
thing, did you? Look at
I
how short
did.
this
That's
thing
why
is.
I
Did
said
you?
nice beard. I said nice
Thank
beard,
you.
Yank. I noticed.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
grow
cut
one
it short.
in.
I almost got rid of the whole thing.
See, like his is nice and luscious.
Yeah, I can't grow that.
You have
I'm
3
fair-
hairs and a little.
Yeah, I just feel like I haven't
and
shaved
half
in
a mustache. Don't quite
Oh,
go.
It does the trick. It tickles a bit.
I grow a
There you
big
go.
goatee, but I can't do the.
It does
beard.
it. It's good.
What are you talking about? Like,
Too funny.
man, I forgot where I brought her.
All
This
the
is
dirty
gotta-
secrets are coming out now.
Oh, that's nothing.
Plum Man says gooch braids.
I won't tell them everything.
I must have missed the laugh.
Yeah, you were outside for a minute.
That's about all it
She
takes,
got-
right, Bobby?
Amanda's.
You're
I'm-
savage,
Yes, I am.
Amanda. You're
No,
savage.
I'm trying to put a hole for that.
I do my
Listen.
best.
Listen,
Nice.
if you hear sheep noises, don't come a knocking.
That means you're alone?
No,
Because I ain't gonna be involved.
it's chicken. It's chicken sounds. Cows and sheep.
No chickens.
Just throw the keys
We're not
in the
doing that
fucking
again.
bowl.
Not doing that again. No
Again?
chickens.
Again? That means it was a first time.
That was not
Very
his
cool.
pecker.
Okay. All right. We're gonna even this out. Fuck you. All got
Oh.
me blushing. I feel my face is hot. What's the craziest place you've ever made whoopee? And I ain't talking about anal. I'm talking about
In
what's
the ass.
craziest
No.
location. That's what I'm saying.
And there it is.
Oh,
Damn it, Yank.
but like the
Outside on a car where?
when
Where's the
you were
craziest?
vulnerable to get caught. You shouldn't have been doing it there, but you snuck one in.
And
I
go.
know.
I'm watching the comments.
Man,
Anybody?
I've been in a
Well,
lot
I
of
think
them.
I've already told this one. And that was with
Ooh,
my
say it
head
again.
stuck in between the car seat and the door
Oh, a lot of leverage there.
with the child in the back seat sleeping and me
Oh,
going,
no.
ow, my head hurts. Ow, my head hurt. And Marvin going, shh, you'll wake the baby. Shh, you'll wake the baby. I shit you not. Like, yeah. Through the whole thing.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Wow, that's a wild night.
Wait a
Maybe
minute.
it's like-
Blunt man made a tent roll 80 feet down a sand hill in the laundry. Wait, how many scenarios are you throwing out here?
Made a tent roll 80 feet down a sand hill.
Oh, he was trying out the chicken cutlet. Hello.
Well, it might have been the crazy
Holla.
raccoon. They were in the woods. It was the tent.
I don't. The craziest place. I don't know, man. I've had like a few, more than a few crazy places. They all kind of end up in the same crazy list place, you know. So it's kind of hard to. I mean, honestly, it's kind of hard to.
I just feel like I'm going to feel like a
Pick one.
slut if I start naming them all off.
Don't name them all off.
Wait,
I
wait,
said
wait.
the craziest. I didn't say where have you fucked.
Well,
All
I'm
right?
not
Wait,
sure which
Missy.
one's craziest.
Missy said on a John boat in the middle of a lake. What's a John boat?
That's
that
like
like a
a
dinghy?
small. Yeah, that's a small like fishing boat kind of thing. That they're very. Yeah, they're not big.
Oh God.
Rock the boat, baby. It's a canoe, not a canoe. I could attach an engine if I want.
Laying on an AC unit and her hair was getting stuck in the fan. That is dedication on her
Ooh.
part.
That's
Yeah.
called the scalping Ralph.
That's pretty interesting.
Oh my
That's
God.
That's how that
24
happens.
hours.
kind of like my head stuck in between the seat and the door.
Oh. In
That
a
hurt
flat
like
chest
some bitch.
female in an attic on fiberglass. What?
Oh,
Oh.
the Pink Panther
Itchy.
insulation.
That's
Itchy.
like
Oh.
A little itch
that's
for the
like
dip.
beach
Oh,
sex.
man.
I don't like beach sex either. Fucking sand everywhere,
What?
out.
What, you got a little
Yeah.
sand in your Gucci?
Blunt man didn't realize the tent was moving, so we were sitting on the exit trying to figure out how to get out.
Oh, listen to any of yous. I don't know how it. Well, while we're on Blunt Man.
You're on him? That's amazing.
Yeah, we're on him.
Oh.
Totally on him.
Mm.
That's the craziest place I've ever made Whoopi on Blunt Man. So we're also anybody that games or plays Xbox One online or whatever, we're gonna be starting to game and shit together too. So more than one aspect, just throwing that out there.
Cool.
Oh.
I got
Yeah,
one.
good
I got a
big
question.
game. Yeah.
I got a question. Better than where did you do it? Have you ever done it in front of other people? Ooh, I can say yes.
To be honest,
Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not answering that question.
she
Oh,
doesn't wanna say yes.
that means yes.
Say it.
I like an audience.
You did, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Me too.
Nice.
My
You guys
God.
ever?
Yep.
Yeah, it
Got her.
happens.
Couple times. Few
God
times.
damn. Well,
Sometimes
he
you
lives in
don't
Florida.
plan
They
on
like pineapples and shit.
it. Sometimes you don't
Got
plan
her.
on it, but it happens.
Yeah. What?
Oh, no, yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
What? I wasn't listening.
What happened?
I didn't hear the question.
Mm.
Never have I ever. Oh,
Oh,
look at
no.
this. Hold on.
No, we're not playing that
Hold
game.
on.
We're not playing
No,
that game.
no, we're not. But this has been the deepest gutter talk we've ever had, and you're gutter girl, and
Oh,
we
yeah, I
made
know.
gutter girl hiccup, blush, and go silent.
Yep. Wait, Blunt Man, does the three-way count? Count as what?
Nice.
No, No, we're
That's-
talking about just bystanders,
Wait,
not
wait.
people involved.
What's a devil's three-way?
like if you? I don't know.
I don't
Never
know.
heard of that. I hope eggs aren't involved. I don't want eggs and sex in the same room.
Why the fuck would eggs be?
Deviled eggs.
Ew. Ew.
God. You can't put
Ugh,
eggs
that makes
in
my
with
stomach hurt. Ew. That's what you come up with? A devil's three-way. You automatically think of
you just
deviled
asked.
eggs.
That was where it went. I don't
what is
know.
with you and
Fuck.
chickens today?
We are in an egg shortage, so it happens to be prominent on my thought cycle.
Chris,
Thank you.
wait. Devil's three-way. 2 men.
A devil's three.
Woman.
Blunt man.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
I've gone there.
Whoa.
that's also called. That's where the Eiffel Tower came from.
Oh. No, I never done one of those.
Eiffel
Nah.
Tower.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
when
we
two
high
dudes,
five.
high five over the female.
I can't
You
believe
take one out,
everybody's
I got the
staying
other.
on there. Why ain't I
We
What?
call it hoist
answering
Wow.
wood.
these questions? What the fuck? I did answer.
Does my dog
Yeah,
watching
she went,
count?
huh?
Sheepdog, put the peanut butter down.
No violating the animals, sheepdog.
Oh my god, a guy
No.
in Florida got caught doing the deed with a dog. Out in
Hey,
public.
so
Everybody
fun.
saw him.
How many horse porn videos can you find? It's sick. People are into that
Oh,
shit. Sick fuck.
Who's trying
The
to find him?
hell?
I'll tell
What
you
the hell
something.
are
I'll
you
tell
gonna
you a
do
very
with
little
that?
secret.
He figured it out something. I don't.
I'll tell you a dirty
Oh.
little secret. I got pets.
Oh god.
Whenever it comes time to that self-love time, when it does happen, I refuse to do it in front of the animals. I kick them all out of the fucking
Oh, they
room.
stare through your
I don't
soul.
like it. Yeah, fuck out.
I know.
Fuck out.
Why you don't want them
Meantime,
licking their lips while they're
I don't
watching
want
you?
to see them. No,
Yeah,
don't
I
even
can't.
look at
No,
me.
it's 'cause
Fuck
they
outta
never
here.
look at you.
I'm
They
with
never
you on
you
that.
never
I
notice
can't.
them looking at you.
I can't even masturbate
No.
in front of animals, let alone have.
I bring
fellatio
peanut butter so
or-
they make sure I pay attention.
Oh no.
No,
I'm
fuck
kidding.
out. What are you doing? Get fuck out. Sit down. Go
Andy
lay down
said,
out there.
"What man? No crossing swords." So,
No.
Andy,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
do
yeah.
no docking. You wouldn't do no docking either, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
no. No.
Oh
Blunt,
God!
wait. Blunt
Gutter
just,
brought it to docking.
but oh god. Oh god. I made the mistake of somebody said it and they're like, go ahead, Google it. And I'm like, okay.
We said that to Yank when
I
he
was
still on Facebook.
mortified.
Fucking
We gotta get
horrible.
Yank on
Mortified.
Discord. Hey,
Like,
everybody!
no,
in the chat,
this
though.
shouldn't be happening.
to
No
tip,
cross
baby.
baby. And no getting stuck. No,
Yeah.
they could get stuck. Oh no.
I want
Blah.
Black Sheep's here. Fucking
Who's black sheep fucking?
Black Sheep's here. Fucking around. Quit fucking horses.
Well, they licking toes. And,
I want you guys to
Dylan
just
Rick.
write Discord into the chat. Type Discord into the chat. We got to get Yank over to Discord. He's been
Nah,
missing
I
out
ain't
on a
going
lot.
there.
He's used to regular social media. This is not. This is a chat room with all your friends that's running
Yeah.
24/7.
You can talk
It
dirty
is
to us.
not Facebook where you
can
got to
talk
worry
dirty
about
to
what
us
you're
there,
saying.
Yank.
No, you guys don't
It's-
want me talking dirty. Trust me.
Yang, come
Oh,
on.
fucking come on. Even Amanda's in gut. We got Gutter Girl to come over.
Yeah.
You got me, Blunt Man, fucking
She's
Tony. You got
tame.
Austin. You got
Tame.
Mitch. You got Wasp Bitches over there. We're all over
Everybody.
there. You got Bobby, the other Bobby B that's there. Yank, you got to come over to Discord.
All
It
I'm-
is fun.
One
There's
day,
a million
one day I
different
will.
One of the chat
Good.
channels is dedicated directly to this channel. Until I hopped on
Mhm.
live, whenever you bring up topics, I'll bring up the articles and I throw it on, kind of like Joe Rogan has. Like,
Fly
oh,
is
bring
in there
this up.
too.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah.
We're
I-
rolling there. Gotta come over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say goodnight to you all. You guys learned a lot about, I'm not gonna talk about it. I do love you
Well, I
guys.
cursed
I'm
there.
gonna invite
Yeah.
you guys onto one of my lives because my lives, it's gonna be more on the politics shit of what's going on to a point. Just-
Bobby, you're an asshole. You were supposed to drop a link in the comments last week and you didn't. Ooh, Missy, get at him.
well, then I'll do it this time.
We'll get on it.
Hey,
Shut up.
You should have had it already if you followed me on Facebook.
Where's Fly Crew?
He
I
didn't
haven't
see
seen
him.
him
he's in the Discord once in a
fucking
while.
weeks.
He's in
well-
Discord right now, but he's
He's
not
been
on here.
busy.
Tony's in Discord
was-
all the time.
Studying for. Hey, we love Tony.
No show Tony.
Tony is my friend on Facebook too.
I love watching.
I'm probably the
things
only one
come
that's
up.
got Tony on Facebook.
Oh, you're
Where
so
do I find the
special.
link
No,
at?
I am
Tony?
personal, not the good way.
In the
They want to give me
comments.
pills.
You got a dock with it, Gutter.
No. Oh.
Gotta make the link.
You didn't go on Facebook.
Hal 9000 says he's clipping all this shit as we speak.
Clipping what?
How?
Oh no.
How better get
This whole
on?
conversation.
Okay.
He's gonna make
There
some
it
All
funny
is.
right.
shit.
There's the Discord.
Okay, here we go. Ready, Hal? We did this thing with Tony. We call him No Show Tony. So when you'll see me in Austin, type Tony in all caps, and that means Tony, get on the fucking show. Now, me and Tony speak on Discord regularly. I know what his voice sounds like. We chill out. You gotta get on Discord, Yank, to meet No Show Tony, because he shows up constantly, always. Tony is always there. Hal, you're
Okay, I
gonna
will, man.
start seeing Hal in all caps. Listen, brother. I'm sure you got a lot of information that would be useful to a lot of people coming from someone with a experience and credibility. Share it with us. Come on. You don't have to show your face. If you're on a government computer, you're watching YouTube when you're supposed to be working with cyber warfare, aren't you? Yeah, on my
He don't-
dime.
he
The
don't-
least you can do on my
Wait.
dime is fucking hop on the goddamn show.
He doesn't have a cam or a mic on this machine. Have
Yeah,
Yank give you
government.
my number.
It's
You got a
government.
phone?
Yeah. You want my phone number, huh? I see what you're doing here.
Phones have
I
cameras.
see what we're fed.
Bed.
Present
Arms.
federal agent. All right. Well, I love you guys. Hal, hop on. Get your ass a camera.
Bye.
Jump in the Discord. You guys can hang out. I'm
No,
signing
I
off.
gotta go home.
Go on, get
I gotta be up.
all
in-
that talking about
I gotta go to
licking. You see
bed.
what happened? And that's
I gotta go
tied
to
just
bed.
from talking about it.
I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin.
Fine. I'll go to bed. Everybody else is going to bed.
Well, I'm not going to
I don't
bed. You
know what
catch
time
me in the
is it?
Discord. I heard licking before. I got excited, so I'll be up for a little bit. I'll catch you all on
Nice.
the Discord. Love you.
Bobby's trying
Like,
to.
All
share,
right, man.
subscribe. Be over here
Bobby's
every
trying
Tuesday.
to put a hair clog in someplace.
I gotta go.
A hair clog.
That
A
sounds
hair clog.
You mean a dingleberry and a tinkleberry?
ew. I'm out. I'm out.
Wow.
Bye.
Peace and hair grease. Love you guys. Great
Peace.
live tonight.
Good
though.
night.
That's why
Love you guys.
that's
Thank you.
why I left you alone.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you. Right on,
Giving away
guys.
your raise. You guys look sharp. I'll be in
Thank you,
touch.
Bobby.
Right on.
Love you guys. Hey,
right.
Love
Hal,
ya. Have a good night.
just don't knock. It's all right. You're a Fed. Just don't fucking knock.
We're friends now.
We're friends now. See you in the
We're
Discord.
friends now. You can't narc us. It's kind of like being married. Can't narc us off.
Right.
Oh boy. That'll.
All righty.
No, it's not Yank's birthday. It's our birthday for the channel, Buntman.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
one. It's all of our
No,
birthdays.
not my
We're
birthday.
one.
We're one. Yep. 1 year old. And hopefully getting a little better as we go. Well, we'd like to thank you guys for coming. We've had a great time. It's all been fun. And Hal has cut up a lot of the video for the cam girls for their
Cam girls
websites.
for their-
Nice.
I know how we got to get together so I can send you some videos.
Got when you gonna send me those videos? I've been asking for a year.
Smart ass.
God damn it.
Not those kind of videos.
Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure. I figured you would cheat on me.
Missy, we don't have a lot of videos up right now because we got that strike. So I pulled them all because I didn't know what they said. that if somebody wanted to be assholes again, they could give us another strike, and that
Right.
would be like our, I didn't want to get that far. So I took a bunch of them down, but I will leave this one up tonight, and I left last week's up. So I'm just hoping that everything's okay with them and nobody gets it. Marv gets 50% cut. Yeah, he gets
Cut off?
50% of nothing.
50% cut off. Damn. All right. Thank you
All
guys.
right, everybody.
It has always
thank
been
you all.
fun. Yep. Go ahead.
Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us, or at least breathing hard and smiling a lot. And as we've always said, it wouldn't be nothing without you guys. Yay.
That's
It's
right.
11:40, 8:40 my time. But see, we did it.
Yeah.
See, Blunt Man, it's like you never missed anything.
That's
Anyway,
right.
so thank you guys so much. And I will let Yank count down the seconds and say his goodbyes.
Right on. So thank you very much, guys. It's been a blast. The past year has been fun. Let's look forward to 2023 as long as the bombs don't fall, and we'll keep doing this shit and being the cool kids in YouTube. And with that, we're out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace.
Goodbye. See you Tuesday, Sunday.